It doesn't get much more chaotic than this, you guys. We are going to be doing the ultimate Star Trek fan build, despite the fact that neither I nor Alex knows really much about Star Trek, and the case that we're using is not only... What have you got down here? Oh, whoa, shut up. This is a hand-built... This is hand-built in Los Angeles. By what? By a company that wanted to combine sci-fi props with computers? That's amazing. It's double the fun. It's both hand-built, and this is apparently a prototype of their design. Inside here is a... Oh, no. I guess I'm expected to wear this for the video?
Yes.
All right, fine. While I put this on, Alex, come on over here and unbox this thing. Inside here is what's called the Cherry Tree Borg Cube ATX case. It's officially licensed by Star Trek and has no instructions. Oh, no, they're working on those right now.
Yeah.
Is $500. Wait. But it looks so cool. You gotta get it out of the box. You gotta get it out of the box. Oh. And I gotta get this shirt on. This is gonna go really well today, I'm sure of it. Oh my goodness.
It's fine.
Whoa, okay.
Can't see anything.
Yeah.
Oh, no way. That looks flippin' awesome.
So I do just want to say that we did a little pre-build in this. It was packaged a lot better when it arrived. It had all this stuff in it too. Couldn't fit it back in.
Okay, let me get this out of your way. Oh, right. I thought maybe this was instructions.
No.
Nope, not so much.
Why is it white?
There's two different versions of the case. One in white, one in, is it black or like a dark
black.
gray? One in black. And can you tell me anything about like the construction techniques? I couldn't help noticing that it appears to be 3D printed.
No, so all of this right here would be molded plastic.
Oh, okay.
Then in the back, it looks like it's laser cut.
And laser engraved.
Yep.
That would be anodized aluminum.
Yeah, and then there's a whole bunch of laser cut acrylic as well. So this right here, all stuff we could just probably do in our shop.
Do you mind doing the back
Sure.
real quick?
That, yep.
I'm definitely feeling more of a #1 vibe than a Captain Picard vibe, given the facial hair situation. But hey, I'll take it. Better to be #1 than #2. Hey! And better to be our sponsor for this video, XSplit. Are you looking to take your live streaming to the next level? Check out XSplit. They're the software company that provides simple yet effective broadcasting and video production tools. You can check them out at the link below and use code Linus for a very nice 69% off your first purchase or subscription. All right, kicking things off. I want to say they actually did a pretty outstanding job of packing this case. Normally, I would expect to see these chemically expanding foam packs in a completed system, as opposed to just an empty case to help keep the GPU or like a heavy cooler from banging around inside your computer and shipping. But they went, these are like $2 each. So they packed this full of like, I don't know, actually, wow, really? Like 8, 10, I don't remember how much they cost. It doesn't matter. The point is, very expensive packing material. And I am, wow, you know, it's been a long time since I've played around with a cube case. It used to be a kind of, well, okay, niche, but popular enthusiast form factor, and nobody really does it anymore. Alex?
Yeah.
I do have to say, though, while the cube itself can be really great for cooling, because it allows you to pack all of your, oh, here, yeah, this is great. It allows you to pack all your heat generating components over on the one side and then put all your cooling over on the other side. The way they've got this configured raises some serious concerns for me. First of all, everything is in one compartment, so we're not really going to have any thermally isolated zones. And second of all, this is quite non-permeable, this whole
There's
situation.
holes there and there and there and there.
Well, in fairness to me, I said quite non-permeable. I didn't say completely non-permeable. Do we have cooling concerns? What are we putting in here?
We do, yes. We
What
have very
the
serious cooling concerns.
Crap, we're going 13,900K. Okay, we're going. Ooh. Oh. Okay.
There's something with a code here that I think we should probably not have the code.
Oh.
Okay. This is quite.
Oh, Star Trek Online.
Oh, it's in
Oh.
multiple
easy.
pieces. Wait, is this supposed to be split down the middle, or did we
No,
break it?
I think it just broke.
Okay.
We'll be very careful.
It's more decorative. I think that's fair to say.
Yes.
Okay. Or does it snap together, maybe?
So-
Oh, I figured it out. It's plastic welded together. David, check it out. This is 4 pieces, each of which is identical. You could see if you look closely. And then they're plastic welded together to make the single panel. So it's probably the same in the. Oh, wait! Holy crap. Are those fiber optic filaments?
Yes. Do you see all of these tiny little things
Yes.
that just look like mold imperfections?
Oh, check this out, David. This right here is a what? What the devil is that?
I have absolutely no idea what's on the go in here, but there's a bunch of fiber optics, and then this just plugs into an RGB header.
Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, then we've got air intakes on the bottom, which might work out okay, and then exhaust on the back, and that's about it for that. You know, I can kind of see the rationale here. These two kind of blowing right up into the GPU. This kind of blowing right up past the GPU, so maybe the CPU gets a little sip of fresh air. Or, all right, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing kicked off. If you guys are unfamiliar with how our live streams work, instead of doing super chats or Twitch bits or whatever else like that, we do what we call merch messages. So you head over to lttstore.com, and if you check out oh, you're not wearing our plaid flannel. Okay, well, we have other colors of our plaid flannel now, one that's kind of similar-ish to that.
I'm wearing one of our hats. You just can't buy it yet.
Yeah, oh, is that the new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you like it?
It's quite good.
Yeah, we were really comfort focused on that one.
We have an Ionic 6 video coming out maybe today, and in it pours rain, and it's awesome because you can just see all of the rain coming straight off of it.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool hat. It's going to be waterproof. Anyway, the point is, if you check out on the store, you will see in the checkout a merch messages field. Just fill that out, and you can leave little shout outs, or you can send in suggestions for us, leave a message for our producer, and we will try to get to as many of them as we can, but we can't always promise. We'll do our best, though. Now, these screws are not all the same length, Alex.
Nope.
Okay, I have 2 short ones that were here.
It doesn't really matter, except this one right here has to be the small boy.
Otherwise, he brokey. It looks like it'll put a lot of pressure on the motherboard tray. All right, cool.
Do you want to put them in my little iFixit?
I would love that. Nothing more. Wow, it's like you intentionally put it in the least convenient possible place for me. Are you mocking my short arms? Is that how this has to be?
Also, you might notice that there's a couple things missing from this.
Yeah, like how to
not
open
just the
it.
instructions, but do you see any hardware?
No? Oh, that's what you were fishing around in that for before the stream started.
That's why I brought all the screws over.
Beautiful, love it. How does this come apart? I don't know.
There's just a bunch of screws. The screws are almost all off.
Okay, I'm trying my best.
Very careful. Very
Whoa.
careful. That didn't sound the best. You're good.
Okay. All right. I'm kind of liking that. What was the genesis of this project for us? Did we see this case somewhere? Did they reach out to us? How did this happen?
We saw this case and we were like, wow, that's a really cool looking case. We should do a live stream about it.
Cool.
And yeah, now that's happening.
All right, well, why don't we go ahead and get some of our hardware started here. Obviously, if you're spending $500 on a handmade case, you're not going to go with a basic build. So we've gone with the ROG Maximus Z790 Hero from ASUS. Let's go ahead and get this opened up. Wow, this is really heavy. I can't say that I would recommend buying a super premium. Hold on, I need this off. I can't say that I would ever recommend buying a super premium board like this. The reality of it is you can get 80% of these features for half the price, and the 20% of features that you're missing are probably not even ones that you really need. But I feel like we end up using this really high-end stuff a lot on the channel because in the context of a video production, we don't have time to dink around with things, and they do just work. Mostly.
Also, in this case right here, you might have noticed there's 0 front I/O. So I chose a motherboard that has heaps and gobs of back I/O.
It does do that. We've got 4, 6, 9 USB-As, 3 USB-Cs, 2 of which are Thunderbolt, HDMI, BIOS flashback, clear CMOS button. Cannot overstate the convenience of a clear CMOS button on the back panel. Wi-Fi 6E, and of course, 7.1 audio. When's the last time anyone ever plugged surround speakers into these?
Probably you as a child with that incredibly janky setup that you had.
Now, follow-up question. Alex, where's that video I assigned to you over a year ago where we bought LabTech speakers and made the world's cheapest 7.1 surround setup?
So the problem is that those speakers don't really exist anymore and aren't necessarily cheap.
I see.
So it's kind of really dumb to do that in 2023.
Oh, I never said it wasn't going to be dumb, though. I still want to do it. You guys want to see it, right?
I want to see it, but with a bunch of Bluetooth speakers, because I think that you could pull that off now.
No, I don't want the latency, Alex. The latency!
Well, but the thing is, if you're using it for rear surround, it doesn't matter anyway. You're delaying it by, what, like 12 milliseconds something? Oh yeah, I didn't have a CPU bracket for it, or like the holder. There you go.
Thank you for that. For our CPU, we've gone with a 13900K for reasons. Debatably the fastest CPU, and in Alex's opinion, the most fun CPU to tool around with because you can get it to draw like 500 watts or whatever. Okay, genius. Thank you, Alex. Let's go ahead and get this installed on our board.
You can overclock Ryzen if you feel like it. It's nowhere near as fun as this, where it just keeps on going until something blows up.
Okay. That's quite the pitch for Intel. Hey, you can keep going till something blows up. It's awesome.
AMD, not as fun with a 5,000 watt industrial chiller.
In all seriousness, though, the reason we would say that this is arguably the fastest CPU is that we've gotten to the point where choosing a CPU is less about picking the best one and more about picking the best one for you. Because like the 7800 X3D, fastest chip for gaming, just no question. But it gives up a lot in terms of productivity. Whereas if you go with something like a 7950X or 7950X3D, so those are the 16-core ones, you're giving up some in terms of gaming. You're gaining cores, but they actually are not as fast as that lower tier chip within AMD's own product stack. Then the 13900K is kind of your all-arounder as long as you don't mind your power bill going sort of like this, going forward.
Also, like, for me personally, I'd say a lot of the time just simply, is there a really good motherboard on sale? Is the XMP RAM versus the, what is it on AMD?
Expo now.
Expo RAM. Which one's cheaper that day? I don't know.
All right, we've gone with a DDR5 6000 CL40 kit. Not top spec, but nothing to, SMH at.
Also, most memory controllers can't handle more than 6,000 anyway, so.
That's fair. Although you may have more luck with that on the Intel side of things compared to the AMD side of things, where 6,000 seems to be pretty much where things cap out. Can I hand this over to you and you can start affixing it to the motherboard tray? Or do you want to do power supply while I do motherboard tray?
Well, first we should probably decide which cooler we want to use.
Ooh, we have options. Okay. We've got the Ryujin 2240 and the good choice.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that one.
I mean, is there any reason for us to go water cooling? Oh, actually, there is.
Yeah, so water cooling, you can have it here and then have the tubes come out and radiator goes right there.
Yeah, it's going to draw a lot of hot air coming off the GPU, though, and that 13900K is going to need all the help it can get. Yeah. Then again, we're going to have exactly the same problem with this, where it's going to be drawing hot air off the GPU.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, maybe this is something where we have to let the chat kind of pitch in. Guys, let us know what vibe you're feeling here. Noctua Pog. Yeah, but that's YouTube chat. We never talk to them. Floatplane. Yeah, Floatplane's over on, they're on the beta site now, so there's extremely low stream delay. It's almost exclusively Noctua.
All right.
Noctua more Borg. Okay. All right, I mean, yeah, why not have a cube cooler inside your cube case? We're going for the NHD15 Chromax Black, the king of air coolers.
The debatable king of air coolers,
well,
now, I think.
Okay, that's sure, fine. Who has a, okay, what beats it?
I don't actually know.
Oh, the thermosiphon?
The thermosiphon does, but I don't really count that.
That depends too, though. That depends on the chip.
I think it's more so like other companies have very similar performance now for less monies, but at the same time, like I really like Noctua's mounting bracket, so I'd buy it just for that.
And it's not just Noctua's mounting bracket today. I know this is turning into like a Noctua shill stream. That's really not the intention. They just really do make a damn fine product. But we've got a video coming soon where Noctua is digging their first CPU cooler out of their product archive for us and sending it over.
Ooh.
And we're going to use it on a brand new computer. That cooler is from almost 15 years ago.
Damn.
And you can still just take their latest SecuFirm mounting hardware, pop it on it, and mount it to a modern socket. If that's not forward thinking, 15 years of forward compatibility in the PC industry, can you think of another precedent for that? I've got nothing.
ATX power supply standard?
Nope.
HDMI?
15 years ago, the ATX power supply standard didn't have PCIe connectors in it.
Ah. And now we have 12-volt high power, too.
And now we have 12-volt high power.
That's a huge pain in the arse.
Now we've got EPS. In fact, 15 years ago was 2008. Modular power supplies were just making their way onto the market. And you wouldn't be able to get modern cables for those modular power supplies. They had a lot of the same rails, but there wasn't as much emphasis on the 12-volt rail, so you wouldn't be able to power a modern GPU with that thing. All right, let's go. Try again. I'm ready.
I don't have anything. Computer cases, maybe?
Computer cases,
a really old case.
You could make an argument, but I would also say that your GPU, very unlikely to fit in that old case without some snips or a Dremel.
Yeah, fair enough.
You'd have a real challenge there. It wouldn't mount modern 2.5-inch SSDs if you wanted to put any of those in there, and it would be chock full of 5.25-inch bays. Not nearly as good an experience as just grabbing your old Noctua cooler, putting a new mounting bracket on it, and calling it a day. All right, hit me again. I'm ready.
Do you have anything? I can't think of anything else.
Maybe the chat's ready. Chat, the LTT water bottle? You know what? Yes, you guys are right. Floatplane chat. Floatplane chat is exploding with the LTT water bottle emote here. Yes, 15 years of forward compatibility. I promise you, you can still fill your water cooling loop with this in 15 years.
Are you counting like USB and HDMI?
I would say that those are more like industry standards and less of a product, though. But you're not wrong that
we've got
a
the
USB
digital out.
device. I mean, SPDIF, yeah, sort of.
I mean, everyone's favorite audio standard.
Yeah, I don't know about that one either.
Let's make an optical standard and then send digital signals over it in such a way that it doesn't even matter that it was optical in the first place.
Yeah, my mind was pretty blown. This must have been back like 2003, 2004, when I figured out that the RCA digital audio was exactly the same as the optical one, just theoretically the optical one was less susceptible to interference. That was the only benefit. And over the distances that you would run these things, it never once mattered, not even once. Like, okay, thanks everybody, good job.
Hey David, what's that Star Trek symbol thing?
Which one?
I don't know, the one that's on your head.
Oh, it's the Federation logo.
This?
Yes. Okay, cool.
Why?
Because I wanted to...
Oh, you're going to try and draw one? Okay,
Yeah.
let's go. Let's see how well Alex does. No, you have to do it from memory. You can't look at my thing again.
Oh, dear. Oh dear. This is some old thermal compound, I think.
Alex,
Why is there different colors?
why did you shmoo out so much?
Well, because I was trying to get the Federation logo, and I wanted to get thicker up top, and then instead it just like... I think it stopped mixing. How old is this cooler?
I mean, not that old. It's a black one, so it can't be
yeah.
more than a few years old.
What is this thermal paste? Oh, well, it's fine. Steve has that video where like a smiley face on your cooler is within a degree of the perfect Intel approved one.
Yeah, but he wasn't accounting for different composition, only the amount.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
Do we really have to do this?
I can just go get some better thermal paste. That's what I thought.
Is this computer staying assembled for a while?
No.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay. If that's how it has to be, then that's how it has to be. Let's go. Don't forget, you can get a screwdriver just like this one at lttstore.com. See that extremely low back force on the... Oh, damn it. You gotta actually have it on the thing, though. Did I... Oh, yeah, I activated the ratchet. There we go.
This is the one situation where having it reversed to basically the other, like the rest of the industry kind of is bad.
Yeah. Any other time, I vastly prefer this approach. All right.
Oh, do we want to have the cooler on right now?
Yeah.
I say that because getting the GPU in is a terrible time.
No, this motherboard has that cool release thing and everything. Boop, 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 boop,
So
boop.
the problem is, do you see this right here? It's a little,
Okay, yeah, David, you might want to get a close
little
up of that.
fastener thing right there. It's a big problem.
Wait, what? But it should sit here and here though. That shouldn't even be in our way. It's only the top slot that's not.
Well, we have a 4090, triple slot.
We're sending this feedback to Cherry Tree, right?
I guess we are right now. This gets in the way of 4090s, guys.
Okay. Well, how is having the cooler off going to help us with that?
It just makes it easier to force it in.
No, let's go for it.
All right.
All right. What could go wrong?
It'll be fine. It won't be the first time today that's happened.
Sure. All right, we've got a couple of merch messages. Hey guys, glad shirts are back on the menu. I mean store. What's the strangest Star Trek fact you know? I have to admit, I never watched The Next Generation, or well, rather, I watched The Next Generation with my dad when I was a kid. This was in the mid-90s. Since then, I have not consumed basically any Star Trek content other than the reboot movies. Nope, that's a lie. I actually watched First Contact a little while ago because Star Wars sucks now, and I wanted to watch some sci-fi, and that one's supposed to be really good, and it was. It was really good. I quite enjoyed it. So, weird Star Trek fact I know is that the thing that Picard in particular does, where he like pulls his uniform like this, was started out as an act of silent protest against these super uncomfortable costumes that they had for The Next Generation. And so every time he sat down, he'd go, or every time he stood up, he'd go like this. And there's a great video on YouTube compiling every single time every single character does it throughout the entire course of the series. And it's hundreds and hundreds of times. And you don't notice it when you're just watching the show, but once you're looking for it, you just see it everywhere. It's hilarious.
I have another reason why we shouldn't have the cooler on yet.
Oh. Oh no, what now? Oh. All right. For our SSD, we've gone with a Sabrent Rocket, not because this is necessarily the best option or anything like that, but because it's what Alex had bootable Windows on.
Yeah, that's accurate. It is also a very good drive, PCIe Gen 4, 2 terabytes. Can't complain about it.
No, this isn't Gen 4.
Yeah, it's Gen 4.
This is Gen 4?
That's Gen 4.
How sure
I
are you?
think.
You want to bet?
I'm not totally sure.
I bet. Yeah, this is the first rocket. I'm pretty sure
Oh,
it's Gen
darn.
3.
Do you know why they changed the costumes after season 1?
Why did they change the costumes after season 1? David knows far more about Star Trek than...
Patrick Stewart's chiropractor complained because he was having back issues. It was compressing his spine because it was so tight.
Patrick Stewart's chiropractor complained.
That's the story I've heard.
That is awesome. But then he kept doing the thing because by then it was just like part of the character, I guess. Yeah, so he just kept doing the like uniform pull thing. I kind of love it now. It's something that I wasn't really aware of, but... all right, where's our next one? Hi guys, my husband and I spend a lot of time apart for business. Any tech tips for staying in touch when we can't call, especially with kids? Oh man, that's a tough one. I have to be completely honest with you guys. I have not always been the best about, calling back to the family when I'm traveling or whatever else. I just am so focused on work when I'm on the road that I kind of zone out. And the good thing is that I don't travel as much as I used to, so that's kind of saved me from ever having to fix that problem. But there's no doubt that is a real challenge. I mean, the best thing I'd say is probably video calls. My kids always loved video calls, trying to be part of the bedtime routine, like read them a story remotely and stuff like that. They're going to remember that stuff, but yeah, it's tough. Travel's hard on the fam.
Especially if you throw in a time zone in there.
Yep.
Real difficult one. I don't have any advice either.
Okay. Hey, managed to get that in there, no problem. What's up?
No, that's just from when we were trying to jam the 49.
What? We scuffed this super expensive motherboard trying to get a GPU in here?
Yes.
Are you guys kidding me? Okay. Top Sponge wants a shout out for their mom, from you specifically.
Hello, Top Sponge's mom.
Wow, that's a really familiar tone. What kind of relationship do you and Top Sponge's mom have?
Oh, we go way back. Wonderful lady. Absolutely best kind.
And what makes her the best kind?
I don't know.
Look how red he is. This is great.
She makes excellent muffins, maybe. I don't know. I need more stuff. Anyway, I'm getting the M3 screws so that we can put this motherboard in.
All right, sounds good. I'm going to go ahead and put this second fan on here. This cooler is hilarious. I know it's a great performer, but it is legitimately comical how large it is. Like, what?
Oh, do you need the chummies?
I love this. I am so friggin' warm right now. Dying. Oh, yes, I definitely need those. Thank you very much. Taylor asks, will there be an XL LTT backpack? You are the first person to ask for that. Pretty much everyone else is asking us to make something smaller, so that's what we're working on right now. As for whether there might ever be an XL in the future, nothing's impossible, but it is not being worked on at all right now. We are laser focused on the small one, as well as the laptop bags and just all the other stuff that we've got going on right now. So there's no time to take on an additional project at the moment. All right.
Camelback in V2?
I don't know about Camelback compatibility.
Need a Camelback.
You know what?
Sec,
Your concern is duly noted. We'll try. Oh, they're
Okay.
632.
Yeah, they're 632.
All right, here we go then. You ready? What could go wrong?
Oh, wait.
What?
We have a tag.
We have a tag.
We have a tag.
A tag.
Yes, a tag.
A tag. Oh, okay, this is cute. This is hand-built and individually tested. Cherry Tree Star Trek Borg Cube ATX Snow White Edition. Built with love and geekiness by these people. Hey, thanks. That's awesome. And how do I get this off? Scissors, thanks, David. Well, no, I don't want to damage it. It's so cute. There, I will just use my nails.
In fairness, they might have done that better. I had it off, and then I'm the one that tied that knot.
Oh, all right, well, good job.
Yeah.
Scott T asks, Resistance is, wait, what? Any news on the magnetic cable management wraps? Yes, I have news on that. We just got our finalized pricing on them today. They are not cheap. So that's a real challenge. Yeah, so that's going to affect our order quantities of them. I don't know if we're going to go quite as aggressive on them as we were planning to in the past, but they're really, really good. The reason they're so expensive is not because we're just bad people and we're mean and we like to take more of your money than we have to, but because neodymium, so the rare earth metal that we're using for the magnets in the cable management arches, is really expensive. And even though we put a ton of work into optimizing how much of it we need to achieve the grab strength that we want, it's still just a lot. So they're coming. They're going to be pricey. And I would say that they should probably be available in about the next few months, would be my guess. Well, Sarah's still working on packaging, so why don't we say 4 to 5 months? These things take time. Sorry. Chris H. asks, longtime floatplane sub, massive shout out to LTT support. Could we see a new modern NAS build video with the software that Linus has teased on WAN show? Signed, Chris. Yes. The reason you haven't seen that yet is because they are nowhere near ready for prime time yet. They're still in, I guess I would call it stealth mode or something along those lines, where they're working quietly behind the scenes on trying to get the product to a demoable state so that they can raise more funds, but they are nowhere near being ready to install an actual, to roll out in an actual production environment. It's just not going to be happening for quite a while. And I don't want to push them to do it too early because I don't think that's what the community would want. I think that if you guys were to be honest with yourselves, you would say, hey, we'd rather just leave it in the oven till it's ready. And you guys let us know when it's actually ready. And we'd love that. It'll be great. And don't launch it too early. Don't rush. So that's basically what I'm going to advise these guys to do if I get any sort of say in the launch strategy, and I think I will, and I think they will. So that's the approach we're going to take. Twitch chat's just like, nah, let us play with it. No. Guys, there's a lot of stuff that I feel that way about. Like, yeah, YOLO, whatever. Data, is not one of them. Data is serious. Unemotional, sorry. Data is a really serious thing. The last thing I want is to be responsible for giving you guys advice that makes you lose your precious family memories or something like that. Like, it's worth so much more than just the ones and zeros. It's not worth it. How many 8-pin connectors on this board? 2?
2.
1 and 2. Perfect.
Is there a 12-volt high-power adapter in there?
I doubt it. I can check. Why?
Is there a 12-volt high-power adapter in our graphics card box?
I don't know. That depends if whoever had it last put it away properly, which I doubt.
I had one this morning.
Oh. I see.
Well, it's GPU time. We're good? All right, I'm getting a thumbs up. We're good.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Nerd.
Oh. For the GPU, we're going with the Zotac, what is this even called? Amp Aereo Extreme. Mostly because I think it looks sweet.
Okay, thanks for that, Alex. I found our 12-volt high-power adapter.
Awesome.
Here it is.
With this GPU, we have approximately -2 millimeters of clearance.
Okay. What else do we need for power? Do I need SATA power?
Yes.
Yes, there's a Corsair RGB hub here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alrighty then. Good luck, everybody. I'm going to put away everything else now then. Hey, Linus says, Roberto, are you planning more Steam Deck content, like a 1 year later review or something like that? Honestly, we don't generally do that kind of retrospective or long-term use review. What I think is more likely is for you to see Steam Deck comparisons as we're looking at competing products. Like, we're obviously going to have to include some Steam Deck comparisons when we cover the Asus ROG Ally when it comes out soon. I think the comparisons are going to be more performance-focused and less focused on all the progress that Valve has made in terms of software. But the software is something that we'd also be looking to cover separately. They haven't released SteamOS separately yet, although they did say they were going to. So, I mean, you know how Valve is, right? Eventually, we might see a release of SteamOS that you can just install on any computer. But in the meantime, I talked to Anthony recently, and I think we are going to be doing a video covering HoloOS, which is kind of an adapted SteamOS build that the community made so that you can install it on just any computer. So we're going to be covering that soon, and I think that would be a great opportunity to look at how the UI has changed, how compatibility has changed, and just generally what the experience is like with SteamOS as it has continued to mature. Wow, this thing is really big.
And for a 4090, it's pretty small.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair enough. Oh,
the other ones that I tested just straight up wouldn't go in. Like that Strix that we were using last week, I kind of wanted that just because, we did fun things to it. It won't fit.
Okay, then. Cool. Let's get everything else plugged in first, shall we? Oh, yeah. I don't need this.
Wait, you don't?
No, I said I had the 12-volt high power adapter. That's not it. But this is. Hey! Right? Are you okay?
Yeah, I just didn't know this was in there.
Yeah.
I was just spooked for a second because I thought it might be a Seasonic one.
No. Wait.
Nope, we're fine.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Yay, we did it.
Awesome. Okay. That'll go in there.
Never to be seen again.
Never able to catch you guys live. Finally got a chance. What are your favorite captains in Star Trek? Oh, no.
Hey, David, what's the name of a captain in Star Trek?
Anyone but Archer.
Okay, Archer.
No.
Screw that guy.
Anyone, yeah.
No, it's favorites. It's favorites,
Yeah,
Alex.
exactly.
Anyone but that.
Janeway. Janeway's the best.
Yes, Janeway.
Given I'm wearing a Picard costume, I guess I have to go with that. But the truth is, I don't know any of the other captains.
You know Kirk.
Yeah, I know Kirk, but I wasn't going to choose Kirk. So that's kind of where we're at on that. So Picard, I guess. But like old Picard. Apparently new Picard is kind of not that fun.
Third season's pretty good.
Third season's good. All right, there you go. Shows you what I know. See, the truth is that I had cable up until I was maybe 7 or 8. And then after that, I have never had a cable subscription again. So I didn't really watch TV for my entire childhood and then my entire adolescence. Other than we had an HBO subscription that I mostly was not really allowed to watch because I was not really that old, but the TV was right outside of my bedroom, so sometimes I would watch TV, but that was not Star Trek. My mom was not into Star Trek. All right, Linus, your quoting is futile. Star Trek, the Borg. With the rise of machine, I'm not sure what that meant. Thanks, Edward. With the rise of machine learning AI, do you think humans would need some kind of biotech implants to compete? And what kind would be important? That's a really, really big question, and it's one that I think we honestly already know the answer to a degree, if we are being honest with ourselves. I mean, how well can you function in today's world without a phone compared to people that do have a phone? Whether it's communicating with people or getting anywhere, I would say that if someone were to come in and apply for a job and they said, yep, but I refuse to use a cell phone, I would kind of go, okay. See you later. Because there's just so many things that you can't do effectively compared to people who are going to be using cell phones. So when these devices get even further integrated, there's no question in my mind that there's going to be a productivity gap between the people that do it and the people that don't. No question. As for whether everyone's going to end up with a Neuralink-like implant in their brain that's supposed to enhance their cognitive ability or anything like that. That's still fairly science fiction, like self-driving cars. So, hey, got him. But it's also not as science fiction as it was even, 10 or even 5 years ago. So it's going to be an exciting period. Hydration check, says Brendan. Hey, thank you for that. Alex, you too. Do you have a water bottle?
Yes. Somewhere. Oh, it's by my director's chair because I wanted to just sit down and not actually do stuff.
Very nice. Mike H asks, why is it that case manufacturers no longer make wide horizontal style cases similar to your rack mount that would fit in an entertainment cabinet? Can you just lay any case on its side? Okay, that's a good two-part question. One, yes, you could just lay any case down on its side and it would be horizontal. Sort of. If there is an air intake, for example, on one of the side panels, you would no longer be able to take advantage of that. But otherwise, there should be nothing about it that would affect performance. I mean, back in the day, you could say that some sleeve-bearing fans, for example, were less reliable in, I believe it was a vertical orientation, if I recall correctly. But that's their reliability. The performance would be identical until that fan dies.
And like all of these are magnetic bearings now.
Yeah, so none of this matters in this particular case.
These are maglev, are they? Maybe not.
Actually, I'm not sure. These might be light loops. Either way, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
But in response to the other part of your question, why doesn't anyone make horizontal style cases like my rack mount? There are manufacturers that do. Sliger, for example, does have some rack mount gaming oriented cases. Trying to think of who else has rack mount style cases. Not many. I mean, you can definitely get kind of basic rack mount cases from, Rosewill and the like on newegg.com. But if you're looking for something that's going to fit the latest, 4090 GPUs or, fit, triple 120 millimeter radiator AIO water coolers or anything like that, you're absolutely right. The pickings are fairly slim. Part of the reason for that is that rack mount cases are inherently not very compatible with a lot of modern hardware. For example, you can't put a cooler like this in a 4U rack mount case, which is the standard full-sized case. You would have to go with a low-profile cooler like an NH D9, or I think the D12 fits in a rack mount, but don't quote me on that. Fits in a 4U. So you're going to end up with something like a 5U or even a 6U. And that's not a very popular form factor. Most people don't like taking up any more of their rack than they absolutely have to for their hardware. So there's kind of this weird lack of overlap almost between the typical rack mount case buyer and the typical gamer who wants to put gaming tier hardware in their system. Good question, though. It's something that I would personally like to see more of because I think rack mounting makes a ton of sense for cooling, just having everything flow front to back like that. But there's just not much out there. This is not a 632 screw. What the devil is this doing in here? That is really bad. That should not be there. Huh. Okay. Well, that is. Cool. Man, this is a super cool case. Very hand-built feeling, but they've done a really good job with the tolerances. All of these screw holes line up, honestly, better than a lot of mass-produced cases that I've seen. This is coming together really nicely.
Oh yeah, I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
We made a cube Star Trek PC. And I completely blocked it from my memory. It's the first PC case that we ever made. I entirely forgot about it until this project.
I did too. Sorry, what?
Yeah, we made a laser cut PC case that.
Wait, we laser cut it?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second. What? Okay, he told me about this before the stream, that we did a Star Trek case. But what do you mean? I didn't even think we had a laser cutter when you started.
This was the first project that we did on the laser cutter, and if you look at it, it's terrible. It is
What?
so bad.
Linus Star Trek.
No, I don't. Look up the Mystic Space Warrior PC. It's
Mystic
so hard to find.
Space Warrior
yeah,
PC.
even YouTube's like.
What?
It took me forever to find it.
Mystic Space Warrior? You're sure that wasn't... No, that... Oh my God. Alex, are you memeing right now?
No. What?
Mystic Space Warrior?
Yes.
Jedi?
So we had multiple types of space stuff on there because we had the Star Trek GPU, and then the case was covered in Klingon stuff.
First thing I realized.
You mean Star Wars GPU?
Star Wars, yes. Star Wars GPU, but we didn't want to get copy mangled by Disney, so.
Oh, this.
It was so bad.
Tilt the screen down a bit. More if you can.
Yeah. Okay, our Star Wars GPU, and then spray painted wooden frame. Oh, good gravy. And then this is Klingon, apparently?
Yeah.
I see.
And so the bit that we didn't show is that terrible laser cutter that I built just didn't work for like 3 weeks. We had a grounding issue that was intermittent. So it only showed up when you did very large laser cuts like that one. And then it would sometimes just like stop working and go to full power and just light a piece of acrylic on fire.
Oh, and with the ventilation and safety protocols that we had at the time, that was not good.
Yeah, it was basically just me sitting beside the laser cutter for hours, just being like, are you going to catch on fire now? I have the thing here. And it was not fun. Terrible.
Great. Well, this is a lot better.
Yep.
Yep. That's what
Yes.
happens when we let someone else do it.
We have such a good laser cutter now, too, which also someone else built.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Good work, Alex, I think.
Hey, I built our CNC router. That thing's amazing. I do not take any responsibility for that laser cutting bad.
Okay, perfect. Let's do another merch message. Joshua says, after pledging your undying allegiance to the Force and the Force alone, how does it feel to betray your Star Wars brothers and switch sides to Star Trek? The Rise of Skywalker, best ever. Laughing face. I think I've made myself very clear on the WAN show that I am pretty much completely done with Star Wars at this point. They've even got my favorite extended universe or expanded EU, whatever. Expanded universe character coming in now, Grand Admiral Thrawn, and I just can't make myself care. The lore is just too broken and messy, and there's too much. Here's the thing that bothers me, whether we're talking Marvel, whether we're talking Star Wars, whether we're talking, Golden Girls, I don't care, it doesn't matter. The fact is, it drives me crazy when they do something that makes no sense in the context of the existing lore and the existing universe. It's Harry Potter, I don't care, it doesn't matter. If they do something that makes no sense based on everything that's happened up until this point, and then 6 years later, a comic book adaptation comes out, and I see these stupid headlines. They finally explain where Snoke came from, and blah, he was part of the cloning. No, he wasn't. That was not what anyone was thinking at that time. There was no plan. Everyone knows there was no plan, because if there was, they would have said that. It was just random BS. You can't just retroactively, oh, look at Alex's elbow. You can't just retroactively go, oh yeah, oh, now we have an explanation. It's not an explanation. This is not science. This is just imagination, right? So all you've done is spend the last 5 years imagining how to possibly meander your way to this making sense in any universe. No, it drives me absolutely crazy. You've ruined it. It's ruined forever. I'm done.
Yeah. Speaking of making a good Star Trek PC 5 years later.
Yeah, but see, we can do the right thing and just pretend that never happened.
That's really what we should have done.
Yep, it's gone. It's no longer canon. Mystic Space Warrior PC is not a thing.
Oh, do you want to know something that was really cool about this not having any instructions?
Yeah. Oh, those aren't labeled.
Yeah.
The power button is not labeled.
Yeah.
Okay.
I figured it out. It's in the script.
Okay, cool.
If you look really closely on the back of this switch, there are little markings. I think red and black are the LED.
White and yellow is the power switch.
Yeah.
And then red and black are the LED. Yep. All right, cool. Alex,
Yeah.
I can't even get in here. How are we gonna do this?
So
how did you have the
cable
8 pins? Cable management is basically non-existent
Yeah.
here.
So I had them like that.
Like this?
Yes. And so there must
Seriously?
there must be a better way to do it, but I also cannot think of a better way to do it.
I mean, I don't see a better way to do it. I could go above the RAM here. No, I can't. Oh yeah, sure I can. I could go there.
That's pretty terrible.
Well, okay. Your idea was to come across here.
It's not your fault. No, well, that was what I did, not my idea. Well, it was my idea, but you know, I was hoping there'd be a better idea at some point.
I don't think there's going to be a better idea, sir. Okay. So, like that?
Sure.
Which one's longer?
So what we ideally want to do is have as many cables go down in here as possible, because we have the piece of acrylic that goes on top. But I don't think
Really? Oh, that covers the bottom fans.
yeah,
I don't think anything's going to go down there.
pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
SATA cable will.
Okay. Okay. I mean, look, the point of this is not the premium materials or the novel construction methods, or the point of this is that it's going to look like a board cube at the end, all right?
Yeah.
We're going to have to accept some cable management.
And you're going to get
Deficiencies.
the paint while I cable manage.
I'm going to paint.
Yes, you're going to paint.
Jeez. These are really big cable ties. Do we have any smaller ones?
Right here.
Oh, excellent. We have 4.
No, there's like at least 7 or 8.
Oh, okay. All right. Sure. That's an improvement. Let's go ahead and get these together here. Jeez, Alex. Thank God it's Friday.
I'm having a lot of trouble reading the front panel stuff.
Oh, do you need help? Here.
Sure. Now you have light.
I got it. Don't worry. You're good. I don't need that. Boop. All right. Merch message time. Oh, what is happening right now? There we go. Cool. Are there any downsides to having the fan offset on the heatsink like that on the CPU cooler due to fit issues? I had to do the same thing with my Noctua cooler due to my VRM heatsinks. That's a really good question. The answer is yes, but probably not as much as you might think. So David, if you come in here and have a closer look at our CPU cooler, you can see that while this fan is right over top of our fins, blowing directly through them, which is optimal for the best static pressure and the best air movement through the fins, this one is offset. So a significant amount of it up here at the top is just kind of blowing over the top of the cooler and past the fins. However, if you look closely, at the bottom of the heatsink, our blades are actually blowing at those fins too. So if we did move it down, it would just be blowing past the heatsink on the bottom. The fans are a little bit oversized, and Noctua does a really good job of designing their fans for excellent static pressure against their heatsinks. I would suspect that if we did measure it, we'd be looking at less than a degree of difference for having the fan up or down or however else. I wouldn't want to lift it up a ton more than that, especially because in most cases you wouldn't even be able to close your side panel. But like this, should not be a problem. That's a really good question. Thanks, Justin J. Philip W. asks, what are your thoughts on the new Star Trek shows? Other than Picard, I guess there's that animated one. That's not really new at this point, though. It's been running for like 5 years. Yeah, David says it's okay. He's the only one of the 3 of us, I think, that watches Star Trek.
Discovery sucks. Picard season 1 and 2 suck.
Okay.
Stranger Worlds is okay.
All right. There you go. You heard it here first. And anything is better than what Star Wars is doing right now. Other than apparently Andor is really good. I will watch it.
Yeah, watch it.
I will watch it.
Everyone watch it. We need them to make more of those.
I will watch it. I promise you that I will watch it. I will even watch it on Disney Plus. I will be a good boy. I will give Disney my money because they definitely deserve it. So mad. Just like, everything's been awful for so long. Okay, Alex, is this the plan? Just rat's nest of cables just jammed into the bottom?
I'm working on making it a tiny bit better.
That is not a lot better, sir.
Yeah, no.
You have not
Instead
improved.
a tiny bit better.
You have not improved things much at all.
Yes, I have. Look at that.
No, I haven't. Yes, I have.
Going down here. Zip tie it again down there. Actually, we should probably figure out where exactly it goes to. It'll be fine.
I'm not going to argue anymore unless you've paid. Now there's a reference.
That's one that I don't get.
It's Monty Python.
Ah.
Argument Clinic.
I should have got that because I watched a lot of that as a child.
No, I haven't. Yes, I have. Okay. No, you can't have that. That has to go through here.
This is a problem.
This is a problem. I hate this.
Yeah.
Hold on, you keep bringing them over this cable. You cannot. Here you go.
Under the cable.
Okay. Holy shnikes. And also you can't pull hard on this because I'm hoping to bring this under that acrylic basement, so it's got to be like here. See that?
Yeah, I just want to get them connected first.
Oh, I see. Well, sure.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got them all.
Here, I'm going to move this here so you don't have to have your back quite as much to camera.
I'll open them.
There you go. He's got this. I'm going to do another merch message in the meantime.
I've been on camera once before.
Hi, Linus and Alec. I'm studying mech engineering in Toronto and plan to apply to LMG after graduation for the junior mechanical engineer position. What qualities and experiences do you look for in new hires? Asks Caden. What would you say we look for in someone for the writing team?
I don't know. I would say go and do cool things. Have cool hobbies.
Okay, that's something. What do you think it takes to excel here?
Well, I think what got me hired was the dune buggy stuff.
Yeah, that's part of it. But what keeps you employed is another really good way of looking at that.
I don't know.
Really?
Making good videos.
Oh my God.
It's really difficult because, like, I guess writing good videos is like really the hardest part. There's a lot of people that can be a good engineer. It's being a good engineer that can also write things. That's the really hard part.
Yeah, I'd say that you have to be, I'd say no matter where you're planning to end up, you've got to be ready for, fast pace. I'd say you've got to be ready for unexpected challenges and roadblocks.
Yeah, I guess being chill when there's like a large rat's nest, and how many people are watching us right now?
Like 15,000, 20,000.
Yeah, not everyone is like okay in that situation.
Are you? You seem
yeah.
a little stressed. I'm a little stressed.
I don't like this.
I thought this build was going to be kind of straightforward. I thought we just had a cool looking case, Alex.
No, it's the whole thing. It's like supercars. Like the cooler it gets, the more awful it is just in general.
No. Oh, did I tell you my car's broken already?
What?
It's just the wheels.
No, this is a new issue.
Oh, a new issue.
As of this morning. Yeah, check this out. I have now had my Taycan in and out of the shop for various reasons, I think 3 times.
That's what, 10 grand a pop?
Oh, no. It's basically new, so everything's just like warranty as far as I can tell.
Seems fine.
This seems fine.
I don't know.
Electrical
did you
system.
have to get it towed in? That would suck.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it was not drivable. I got in this morning out of I didn't even have it charging last night. I saw some people speculating it was to do with DC fast charging or something. This thing's never touched a DC fast charger. No idea what's going on other than, like, and the car completely turned on, like my Waze is ready to go and everything. Just, nope, forget it.
Nice.
All right, cool, reliable. You know how many times I had the Volt in the shop?
0?
I mean, regular maintenance, but other than that, yeah. Man, I still love that thing. I was gonna say I loved that thing, but that past tense would not be fair to my Chevy Volt.
Yes, that you drove today, presumably, when your Taycan failed.
Yep. So just now, my understanding is that they are not all reliable. Some people have had issues with the Volt, but mine was parfait. Absolutely flawless victory. Love that thing. Okay, where's this piece of acrylic that goes down on the bottom? Oh no. Oh boy. What are we doing here, Alex? Do the LEDs shine up? Because it kind of looks like that.
Yes.
Okay. I think we should just put this in so we have some idea what the crap we're dealing with here.
Are you not running the...
Oh my God. No, these can't go under. Even if they were long enough, it's a very small space down here, and there's just no way.
One sec, I want to
okay.
run this RGB header to where it's actually going.
Yeah, sure. This is something else. Okay, don't let this fall. I'm gonna do another merch message. I mean, in fairness to me, I did say don't let it fall. Donglan asks, hey Linus, what do you think of Ioneo pushing out tons of SKUs on a single chip / model, e.g. the Geek, the Air, the Plus 6800U? Air Plus has 4 different CPU variants. Do you think such a combination game is good or nah? I understand what they're trying to do. Valve on the one side is taking a one-size-fits-all approach. Here's good enough performance with a lot of flexibility in terms of how you can use it, whether it's handheld or with a dock, or you prefer the touch pads, or you prefer joysticks or touchscreen or whatever else. But it's a well understood experience that game developers can target, which they are doing. Okay. On the other hand, you've got the companies like GPD, 1xPlayer, Ioneo that are going, okay, well, what position are we in to tell the user what they want? Here's a whole whack ton of variety. Have fun with that. I'd say for the advanced user, that's a really good approach. Like the Air is super cool. It's so small. It's so light. It's barely even comparable to something like a Steam Deck, whereas they do have full-size ones that are direct competitors. But it requires you, the end user, to have a little bit more savvy, both in terms of choosing the right one, and then once you have it, setting up your games so that they're going to run optimally on it. What I've heard is that Valve is not sharing the profiles that they've created game by game in SteamOS with other developers or with other handheld makers. So what that means is that if someone else were to have similar hardware or even more powerful hardware, they wouldn't be in a position where they can use those Steam Deck presets as a starting point even. So on the Steam Deck, you're getting this optimized, well understood, consistent experience, whereas with an Ioneo, you're getting, well, more variety with all of the advantages and disadvantages that come with it. Jonathan W. asks, why are the zipper pulls on most of your hoodies and jackets on the left? I want to get the windbreaker, but the left zipper makes it unlikely. Every jacket I've ever purchased has a right zipper pull. You know what? I think I was talking to the fashion team about this, and in Canada, because we end up with a lot of American and a lot of more Commonwealth-designed clothing, we don't really think about it. Like, my understanding is that in the States, like men's garments are on one side and women's garments are on the other side, but then I think Commonwealth countries flip it. So we end up with a lot of stuff that's designed for America and a lot of stuff that's designed for like by the Commonwealth standard. So it just, I guess what I'm saying is, so does it really matter? I've spent my whole life with it just not mattering at all. And it really seems like a very, very, very small thing. But like, I don't want to be dismissive, but also your way is not the only way of doing that. And it's a really great garment. if the zipper being on that side is what pushes you over the edge, then maybe you didn't need it that badly. And maybe, maybe something else will suit your needs better. But if you do need like a waterproof windbreaker, that thing is flippin' awesome. We've had such crappy weather lately, and I have been really enjoying my LTT windbreaker. It's been awesome. Oh, wow. Well, this isn't so bad.
Yeah, this makes me feel so much better. Oh, yeah, it's terrible.
Okay. Yeah, this is classic. I crammed everything under my bed. Don't look there, Mom.
But it's fine. Like, we just put it down there, and now no one needs to see what sort of an abomination there is, which means at the end of this build, it's going to be like mostly fine.
Yeah. This is not working.
Also, what about we pledge to do all of the zippers the American way when they start using the metric system?
That seems like a pretty good deal. You want to talk about obstinately using an inferior system there. That's, wow, that's something. You know what, have you ever dug into why they didn't switch to metric?
No, but I assume it's very dumb.
It was something to do with like France pulling their support after the Revolutionary War and something, and then it became like a partisan thing. And anyone who wanted to adopt the metric system was branded as like a whatever the other guy was, left or right or whatever. I don't remember which way it was going. And then it just kind of never got resurrected because there just wasn't the political will to do it. So now they just use a worse system forever, I guess.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because I can't imagine anyone managing to get that changed today.
They should.
I know.
There's nothing that I like more than having all of your systems waste CPU cycles going from the engineers to what the end user sees.
Oh my goodness, I cannot get this cable in.
It doesn't matter. We want to take all of that off. We'll make it a tiny bit better.
Do we?
But now we know that it's like fine. Well, we
it's on there
probably
now.
have other stuff that's going in there.
Do we? I don't think so.
There's the RGB for like this.
Yeah, but is that going to go under?
It could.
I mean, that's. Oh wow, that looks really, really bad.
Well, but the case goes over top of it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Sure.
We just won't have to. If we tip it up like that,
Uh-huh.
everyone will know.
No, don't look at that. No. Okay.
It looks like, when you have like a tree or a plant that's been in a pot that's way too small for a really long time?
Yeah, the roots. Okay, let's do this thing. You guys ready? Have you ever tried to fit a GPU? Man, I feel like this is kind of like that Star Trek scene where they're trying to, they arrive at the planet that's been blown up and they're flying through the asteroids.
Well,
I know what you're doing.
Is he going to respond to this? No? Nothing, Alex?
I don't know what you're doing.
He's saying Star Wars is Star Trek.
Oh, man.
I missed it.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's fine.
This cable.
Yeah, this. Oh, you cable tied it already. That's fine. Okay, here we go. David, you ready for this? Okay. Oh man. Oh man. May the force be with me.
This is a lot easier to put on without the CPU heatsink on there. Just FYI.
I believe you. Oh man. Okay. Holy crap. I see what you mean about this GPU barely fitting.
Yeah, we might have to take it out and put it back in once the case is together.
2 millimeters. What do you mean take it out and put it back in? That's not happening.
I know for sure
that
it will go in when the case is fully assembled. I'm not 100% sure if that will go on with the GPU in.
Oh yeah, we got this.
Do we need to paint and have something dry?
We can dry it really fast.
Wait, what are we painting?
I want to black wash the case.
Black wash it.
Yeah, it's a technique that I learned from NerdForge when they were here.
Okay.
So if you look at it, it's just plastic. It's all white plastic.
Ah.
But if we take a very small amount of black paint, put it on a rag, just kind of smudge it around, it should pop way more on camera.
Okay. Sure. Give me some screws. It's in. That wasn't that bad. I mean, it wasn't good. What screws are you using for these? Are they just from here, random ones that you found, or did they come in it?
Just random ones.
Okay. Should I try and find the same random ones, or do we not care?
Just do some black ones.
Okay. This is a very chaotic build stream.
But this is going better than I expected, honestly.
No one told me what to expect.
Well, should we start this?
Okay, well this appears to be cross-threaded. Or rather, it appears to be stripped. Because I'm just going endlessly here.
Oh yeah, that's just, it's coming out the back.
Okay.
It's fine.
Well, that's hex. Should I be this stressed? Should I be more stressed?
You should be less stressed.
I should be less stressed.
Yeah. What are you stressed about?
I'm stressed about us ruining this handmade case when we blackwash it. I'm stressed about having to put this GPU back in if it doesn't fit. I'm stressed about getting the cable management done for this. I'm stressed about the fact that I can't even get my screwdriver in here to get this last screw put in, so it's going in at a really awful angle. Ugh! Don't look closely at that. Yeah, see that one right there is going in like this, because this PCB is in the way. I can't get a screwdriver in there. Doesn't matter if it's mine or someone else's. That's not going in.
I don't know, Linus. We made that Mystic Space Warrior PC look good in the B-roll. We can do a lot for this too.
That's true. I don't think Brandon's here anymore, though. David could do it. David could do it too, though.
Not on a live stream.
Not on a live stream. Yeah, that's fair. You know what? To their credit, though, everything at the back is looking pretty good. The tolerances were great for the power supply mounting. Same thing here. This is a classic novice case designer mistake here, where they'll have the offset between the PCI slot openings and the spaces in between them so much that you can't get a cable in there. It looks like everything here has proper clearance, so that's really great. Same thing here. You'll often see novice case manufacturers have this come over too far, so you can't get bulky USB drives in here and stuff like that. No problems there. I will say that they need to rev this. Ugh. Motherboard tray CPU cutout needs to come down here. It needs to go over. It needs to come down farther. Because right now we would have no way of removing this without taking the whole motherboard out.
Oh, one that's
pretty minor though. Pretty minor so far.
Another thing that they got that has been really bad in the past, and I've had 3 power supplies in this because reasons. These little cutouts here, or the different switches, depending on the model, will be over. It's caused massive problems for me personally.
Oh, you don't mean on this one?
On this one right here, it's fine.
Yeah, okay, yes.
They did a good job. But I have seen times when I've had to Dremel out little cutouts here and stuff. Also on my own things, because case manufacturers or power supply makers do not follow the ATX standard.
They're all over the place. Yeah. Yep. Also, no super sharp edges. I haven't managed to cut myself yet. I probably could if I tried hard enough on some of these laser cut edges, but...
You can if you try hard enough on almost anything.
I mean, that's fair, but they're a little sharp. All right. This is great.
Where should we paint?
Yeah, we're not going anywhere, I don't think. I think we're painting here, Alex.
I might go grab a drop sheet. Actually, I might tell the person that's over there, hey, can you go grab a drop sheet for you, please? Thank you. There should be one in 105.
This is horrendous, this right here.
Yeah, that's not very good.
No, it's not. And I guess I'm just going to do more of it because there isn't really anywhere else to put this. I don't have another solution. Okay.
This can come...
Is that what we're doing?
This isn't able to come down here and over, is it?
Nope. This is all I've got.
Well,
there's no way.
This can. This can't. This has to be bad.
This has to be bad. And if it's going to be bad, they might as well be bad together.
Fair enough.
Ooh, this can't go here because the chance of it interfering with this fan.
Yeah, it's pretty high. Okay,
pretty
so
high.
Let's put this one down below.
Okay. And then this one will what? Just kind of attach to that there. And then maybe it can come over across here or something.
Sure.
I don't know. I mean, we're just We're making the best of a bad situation at this point.
Right there's not too bad. What's something that I can tie it to?
Yeah, well. Okay, and then this whole thing can just kind of tie like that.
Yep.
Okay. Yep, we're calling that good.
If we had longer EPS connectors, it would not be too bad.
Yeah, I mean, if you were going to get custom cables made or something like that, that wouldn't even be that ridiculous for a, you know, you've already got a custom case. What are custom cables at that point? I would definitely give some thought to that. Or I would get the case and I would plan out the build ahead of time, really figure out exactly how long you want them to be. Clearly, we didn't do that, but
actually, we
would be a
intended
strat.
to do that. So I had a whole bunch of different power supply cable lengths for the power supply that was in this morning, and yeah, it didn't work.
Oh, was it too long?
We had one that was too long, and then I got a smaller one that was not too long, but was also the power supply that was in my test bench for 5 years. And yeah, it doesn't like 4000 series.
Got it. That makes sense. Okay, so we've got the Thor 1000 watt.
Yep.
Excellent. And it's got the cables it's got. Excellent.
Yep.
Well, need to get this fingerprint off here if we're going to have a, you know, nice looking build when we're done. Ha, 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 ha. You know, it's kind of coming together.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. Come on, you can't call me on it. I was trying to keep a straight face, David. Christine asks, how's the NCIX sign PC coming along? I think Tanner and Nick Callanan are still chipping away at it. I think. No one's really given me an update on it lately. Russell P asks, is there any plans on making the water bottles dishwasher safe? No. And the reason for that is one that I can explain. Because these are insulated water bottles, they have two layers. So there's an outer layer, inner layer, and then there's air in between. That's what makes them, or rather there's, well, theoretically a vacuum in between actually, because that's better than having air in between. Some of them just have air in between. Anyway, there's a vacuum in between. And the reason that's beneficial is because it's really hard for heat to cross that vacuum sealed gap in between the two layers. That's also why the internal volume is so much less than the outer diameter, or rather the inner diameter is so much less than the outer diameter. Okay, so in order to maintain that vacuum inside, these have to have a vacuum pulled, and then they have to be sealed. So they are stainless steel, but this right here is a bead of, I want to say, glass? I think it is. I think it's molten glass or something like that, or it might be some other metal. It might be like a softer, lower threshold metal or something like that. Anyway, this right here is a bead that gets put in after the vacuum is pulled and then cools, which is great, until you put this thing in a dishwasher where it gets really hot, and that affects the expansion, and then when they're cooling, the shrinking of the stainless steel and the sealing material here differently, and can cause that seal to fail. So there's nothing not dishwasher safe in the sense that, like, it'll cause it to poison you or something like that. But what it will do is it will destroy the seal on your water bottle. And this is the case on basically any vacuum sealed water bottle, because as far as I'm aware, they pretty much all use this technique if they have a vacuum pulled on the layer in between on the space between the outer and the inner layer. So if your other vacuum sealed water bottle didn't say that it's not dishwasher safe, then either it wasn't labeled correctly or it's not actually a vacuum sealed water bottle. So that's why these things last so flippin' long with hot and cold inside them. It's because of the vacuum seal and because they're not dishwasher safe. So we might do a dishwasher safe water bottle at some point in the future that just doesn't have a vacuum insulating layer, but not for now.
Oh dear.
That's
Jason,
the one
can
that
you
we
switch the
do.
webcam just for a minute?
I really wanted to put this cable down below the acrylic, and I don't know if that's going to happen.
Can I help you?
I really wanted this cable right here to go
Just
under.
got your back to the camera.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Okay.
It might work.
Can I help? Maybe? Maybe? I have small hands. I can get them in there.
I'm just trying to get this down so it will be below that acrylic. And I think once we have that in and we can put in like a couple of RGB leads, we can put it down and just leave it.
Sure. This is horrible.
No, this is great. This is what PC building is like.
This is not much of a sales pitch, Alex.
Well, if you want, you can spend hours and hours perfectly cable managing every single thing that no one's ever going to see again. Or, yeah, like David said, we want to go home today.
All right, we ready?
It's Friday, we can probably, wait. This right here, we want to connect that. So we'll run that and we'll run the other lead.
Okay.
Where did those go?
The RGB lead for this RGB strip right here. What do you want?
The RGB leads were in this.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I did not move them.
I'm gonna go grab some other ones.
Video evidence will back me up on this, that I did not move them. Maybe. Nope, not that. I'll do another merge message. Anonymous asks, is there any interest in doing something with computers in an aircraft? Vibration resistance, wide operating temp range, and small/lightweight could make for an interesting build. I suspect you would be disappointed by how not that interesting that would end up being. I could be wrong about that, but I think we'd be looking at, in many cases, technology from like the 90s, and it just might not be that interesting. Anything newer, we run into this a lot where companies are not that keen on sharing the exact details of how they're doing things because they consider it a trade secret. So it's pretty tough for us to do good coverage of industrial or well, any industry-specific approach to PC building or PC integration. Kyle G asks, any intention to make the screwdriver shaft insulated or a torque driver? Wishful thinking from a Sparky in the Midwest. I'm not aware of any ratcheting insulate, like high voltage insulated drivers. I think that we would really like to do an insulated line of our fixed shaft drivers, but I don't think we have any intention of doing something like that in a ratcheting. As for a torque driver, I mean, who knows? That's not something that we're working on right now, but nothing's impossible. David B asks, I recently got a 3D printer, but have had several issues getting mine set up. I wondered if you've considered doing a deep dive on what makes a good printer. Also, will the lab be testing common brands? 3D printers are not something that we're likely to focus on at the beginning. There's some really great 3D printing channels out there that are laser focused on that space, and that's really where you want to go at this point. If we ever decide to throw our hat in the ring, we will have to probably hire someone who's got a lot more experience with it than we do. We do have experience, but it's mostly experience using them for video projects or for rapid prototyping, and less experience actually like testing them, benchmarking them, validating them. Because we're using them for work, we have a tendency to find something that works and use it, as opposed to keep changing what we're using to try to determine if it's 3% better or 5% better or whatever the case may be. So it's just a really different mentality. Samuel says, being a fellow friend of felines, have you considered using a litter robot, or do you already use one? I do use a litter robot. I have to say that my experience with them is not as amazing as some people led me to believe. You still have to scoop, a fair bit. And the number of times that I get a notification on my phone that it, the tear, T-A-R-E, the tear, the weight reset didn't work properly, or the bottom is full of non-soiled litter that now I either have to sift through anyway or throw away. I'm not that impressed so far. Joseph says, finally bought the backpack, been wanting for over a year. I'm considering consolidating my server/tower to rack mount for easier space management. Is it worth it? I mean, if you really wanted things to take up less space, honestly, you'd probably be better off going small form factor, or wall mounting, or like ceiling mounting. Rack mounting still takes up a lot of space. So Whether it's worth it or not is sort of down to what the configuration of your space is and how much it's going to cost you to go that route. I also find that unless you are actually using purpose-built servers, there's not that much selection in DIY like rack mountable chassis, and the compatibility might disappoint you. Like when I tried to do a water-cooled 2U, it was very challenging. And when we wanted to do the 1U gaming rigs for the lounge, we basically had to scratch design a case. There's just nothing out there that met our requirements. Hi, what are you looking for? Can I help you in any way?
So what I'm doing, oh, nice. This one right here only has 3 pins.
Mm-hmm. Oh, trying to get you a close-up of that. RGB male-to-male coupler. Ooh, yay. You got this, David. Hey. Perfect. All right, tell us about it, Alex.
Yeah, I had this absolutely incredible idea a little while ago when I got mad that we didn't have enough RGB extenders, that instead of getting 3 and 4 pin, I would just only get 4 pin because 4 pin works fine for 3 pin. You just have to remove one of the little pins on there, but it's actually a huge pain in the arse.
Ah.
Like for instance, you can accidentally plug it in the wrong way and then you blow up your LED strip.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we shouldn't do that.
Oh. Well, we can do it, right? Though, right?
No, yeah. I mean, we should use it. We just shouldn't use it the wrong way and blow it up.
Got it. And we shouldn't recommend to other people to do that.
Correct.
Cool.
You should do it the right way, not the way that makes it easier.
Do as we say, not as we do.
Yeah.
Well, most people it won't be easier for because they aren't going to be doing so many builds. Oh? Oh,
yeah,
what?
We have some headers down there. Well, but
what a pain in the butt. Why you got to be like that?
While you're down there, do you want to plug in this one too?
Oh my God.
We need 2 of them.
Well, wait.
One of them's for 4 pins though.
Oh. I mean, we have another addressable header up at the top. See?
Yeah.
Okay, but you don't want that.
No.
Oh, okay.
Because then we can very easily hide this.
All right.
Do we know for sure that this is correct?
That what's correct?
Yeah, that's probably fine.
So I put the arrow on the single one.
Yes, the problem is that the arrow's on the double one, on this one.
Nice.
So we need to have a think. Or we can just do it this way and it's probably fine.
Okay. Or should I just do it the other way?
Nah, I think we're good.
You're sure?
Yes.
Okay. You don't sound that sure.
No, but it makes sense. So if the single is on the arrow's on this one, we put the arrow to the single, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the arrow doesn't go to the arrow, which is the only weird part.
You should get a close-up of this, David. This is terrifying.
What is this tape? Look at this.
One second. Look at this.
Terrible.
I don't know what to tell you. Wow, that's really, really hard to break. Also, is there a reason we're using orange tape?
Because this was all that there was on the build corner when I went over there.
Okay.
It is very important for your RGB leads to make sure that you tape them up because they will come apart and it's a huge pain.
Yeah, this is pretty much the worst modern connector.
I would also very strongly recommend hot gluing all of your RGB connectors into your motherboard before you close everything up, because if it falls out, it's a terrible, terrible time, especially if you're water cooled. Just hot glue them in.
There are different kinds of hot glue. I wouldn't use like a high strength, Gorilla Glue or something like that. There are hot glues that are actually designed just for tacking things in place and to be easy to peel off after. Because if you ever were to RMA your motherboard and it had hot glue residue all over it, they are not going to take that back. So you're going to want to be able to fully remove it. This isn't like advising you on how to, defraud a motherboard manufacturer. Something like that shouldn't void your warranty because it's not going to harm it in any way. But it is something that if they were feeling malicious, they could deny your warranty over, and it's just not worth giving them an excuse.
Hot glue's great.
Yes.
It's very good for electronics because you can use it to like waterproof them.
Yeah, it's the hottest.
Seal things.
Okay, now what?
This needs to go somewhere. I don't really know. But I think we just kind of cram this on and hope for the best.
Okay. Oh my God.
This is going to be terrible.
Yeah. I was really happy when we had this on before.
Yeah,
and I'm really unhappy now that we're putting it on again.
Well, but you're about
Ouch.
to be extra happy in a second because it's going on and it's never coming back off.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that bad juju?
Oh yeah. We should make sure this thing posts before we put that on, Alex. He's right.
I'm putting it on.
No! No, what you're doing is very, very wrong, Alex.
No.
Very wrong indeed.
The good news is it's such a pain in the arse to get on. By the time that you have this posted, chances are I will still not have it put on.
Okay, that's fair. I'm on it. DisplayPort, here we go. I'll do a merch message in the meantime. There we go. Evan asks, I play Rust. It's a CPU-heavy game, and more specifically, a single-core heavy game. What metric in CPU reviews should I go by? What should I look for in a CPU? There are a number of things. You know, anything that is single-thread dependent, you know, as much as it is sort of a synthetic benchmark, Cinebench single thread is going to evaluate just how much performance you'll get off of a single thread. It's not directly applicable to gaming necessarily, but it does look at single-threaded performance. You can also look at any games in a particular reviewer's suite that are older or more single-thread dependent. You will find that there's sort of some applicability of those results to your own game that you're interested in, but the real answer is you should look for anyone who actually tests Rust, because every game, every application is going to be a little bit different, and life and computer benchmarks are full of surprises. We've run into many situations where on paper something is a match made in heaven, but in the real world it just doesn't work out that way. So ideally, you would want to find someone who's actually benchmarked that particular game. We're looking to dramatically expand the number of titles that we benchmark in our reviews, but it's not something that we've really had a chance to do yet as the lab ramps up and continues to work on Markbench.
Really quick, Linus, could you just make sure you keep a little distance between yourself and the cooler and the monitor? We're getting some feedback on the wireless mics. Not much we can do, but just trying to keep it in mind.
You said between me and the cooler and the monitor?
Yeah, it's when you get really close to the cooler.
The cooler?
Yeah.
Like the
cooler.
heatsink?
Yeah, the heatsink.
Okay.
Do you mean me? Because I'm close to the cooler?
No, it's usually with Linus.
Interesting. Okay, I'll do my best. Neat. What do you guys think? I want the odds. What are the odds this thing just fires right up? Come on.
3-1.
Okay, does it... Are the Borg even in the original series?
No, that's a next gen thing.
Is this the original series font?
They use it in modern Star Trek too.
Do they?
Yeah.
Just like that, though? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Have I caught something here, or am I just completely off base?
I think like that's like the modern logo.
Star Trek logos over time. Here we go. Let's go. This seems like the kind of thing that... No, it's just always... The word mark is always the same, apparently.
Okay, good to know.
Okay, now I know. What is the old Star Trek symbol? So there's different insignias, but this apparently has never changed. All right. It does still look good. Does it only look good because of the associations we have with it, though?
Hard to know.
I have no associations, and I think it looks pretty good, so there you go.
All right, well, that's cool. All right, we ready? Let's spin some fans and see if we can bite Alex.
Cool.
Uh-oh.
What?
Woo!
Out of the way of the monitor.
Awesome. I have a lot of hope. The fact that it just fired up right away like that, very confidence-inspiring. Come on.
Which input is this? Do you have DP or HDMI?
DisplayPort.
Cool.
Okay, this is less confidence.
it's fine.
Oh wait, that's good. That's good.
Yep, we're still getting different weight. That's
No,
7F
it's
for a
good. I
while.
think it's just doing memory training and it's gonna come back. I'm like 98% sure we're good.
changing.
Yep.
It went past D6. That's the one that it got stuck on before.
Here we
earlier
go.
today.
Here we go. Da-da-da-da-da, and go. No. And go. No. And go. No. And now.
I feel like we're supposed to have display out right now.
Uh-huh.
This is on.
Mm-hmm.
This is on. Confirmed.
Okay, I'm just going to try a different output. And a quick reboot. I mean, that's might still be an okay sign, right? Should be fine. Oh, this looks kind of awesome. I don't know why, but I like having the power supply over here like this.
Yeah, especially when you get one that looks super cool like this one.
Yeah. So many power supplies these days look really cool and then get buried in the basement of a case that doesn't show them off at all. This is awesome. Okay.
Mouse and keyboard, where did those go?
7F. Oh, hold on, still going. Okay, I really wish I could see
Yeah, it
this.
stopped at 98 last time,
T6, T7.
which I think is like a in BIOS or in Windows.
Mm-hmm. D7, you say? VGA boot something. I can't even read this. CPU DRAM. Oh, I think it's a VGA code. That's not good. I'm gonna try the onboard. No, I'm not. It's HDMI. Yes, I am. Here's an HDMI cable. Okay, yeah, sorry. Oh. You know, I had a bad feeling.
Plug this in.
I had a bad feeling about this. That's an iconic Star Trek line right there.
So the only thing that has been changed is that I used the 12-volt high power adapter, whereas you used the one that came with the power supply. And we were having trouble earlier with using the one that came with the power supply. Oh, the postcode just changed. It's now at 98.
Okay.
And if I hit this, caps lock is working, so the system's like actually doing stuff.
Okay.
But we don't have display out.
Did you switch the monitor to HDMI?
Is this just DisplayPort being a poo-poo? Do you want to switch over to HDMI real quick?
Do we have an HDMI cable?
Yeah, it's plugged in.
HDMI, no signal. On HDMI. Caps lock is working, so we have a system that's like being a system.
Okay.
We don't have display out.
Hold on. I'm going to try the motherboard's HDMI out. Okay. Freaking out a little here. This is Z790, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm just going to give it the old clear CMOS. Like I said, really nice button to have on the back. I don't know that that's actually going to help with anything, but I'm hopeful. How's this whole thing going? Oh, is that down? I mean, it's more down than it started, I guess.
There's still 2 screws missing.
Okay.
It'll go down more.
Okay. Sure. I really don't think it's going to come off the onboard. Oh, I'm freaking out a little, Alex. The fans are ramping down the way we would expect. This is very weird.
Yes.
7F. Okay, so if we 98, 99.
99.
Oh. I think this might just be a reseat VGA situation. F1 restarted it. Hey, newbie, who is still not to be named, could we get another DisplayPort cable, please? I don't think that's it, but it's always worth swapping a cable.
Yeah. Or do you have it on DisplayPort right now?
No, it's actually still on HDMI, sorry.
Okay, cool.
Did that just flash?
Yes.
Has it done that before?
I think so. Yeah, now it's back.
Oh boy. Hey, you guys want a troubleshooting stream? Woo! Yeah!
Troubleshooting and painting.
Oh gosh, Alex, I don't know, man.
Well, look, you get to paint a computer case. I get to troubleshoot a computer.
Why am I painting the computer case? I didn't get shown the technique.
So, it's a very easy technique, Linus. I'll just show you it, and then it'll be all good.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin the case. Is it permanent paint?
I don't know what it is, actually, but presumably, yes. No, it'll look so much better. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. You can try the technique on something else. Do you want to weather R2-D2 first?
I mean, not really, but sure, fine. It sounds like I don't really have a choice here. What I really want is for this computer to post. Okay, I'm going to try giving the GPU a little kind of wiggle. We're going to give it the wiggle. Ugh. Ooh, okay. Whew. That was kind of hard to watch. Sorry, everyone. Let's fire it up. Come on. Okay. Well, we haven't taken a step backwards, so that's good. Come on. Come on. I was right to be stressed. I'll do a merch message while we wait to see if that posts. Do you have a timeline on when the beta features of Floatplane will migrate to the main site and the app? I don't know when it'll happen, but I do know that this quarter is when Luke's team has that as a bonusable KPI. So theoretically, that means it's happening this quarter. Maxime asks, what are your favorite challenges to solve within the boundaries of your role as CEO? Favorite challenges to solve. I mean, man, I don't have time to think about which ones are my favorite challenges. Every day is kind of a new challenge because I have 15 million bosses, all the subscribers of the channel, and they all want different things at different times, have different priorities. Yeah, that's my favorite challenge. It's all the different directions that I get pulled at the same time. Then, you add the team here and add my family and, whew.
Hey, Linus, do you want to learn how to blackwash?
What I really want is for that computer to turn on. Okay, what are we doing? Blackwashing, yeah.
So basically, we want to make it look weathered. Mm-hmm. And how you do that is you just very simply take this right here. It's just water and black paint. Bam! Aha!
Seems like a really bad idea.
Yeah, so you do that. Mm-hmm. And then you just very simply, you sort of just wipe it off. And the idea is that it just kind of gets stuck in all of the little crevasses. This isn't really working the best. Maybe we can just put some on here.
Yeah, you're really making this look like a good idea. Hey, David, you want this done to that case? What do you think?
No, I want the case.
Okay, just a second.
I am so not sold.
Yeah, this is really not working very well right now.
Yeah.
It's way smoother, though. It's like, that doesn't have crevasses.
Yeah, this is a bit too smooth. Also, I feel like when Martina did it,
she was better than you?
Well, she was better than me for one.
Yeah, that's definitely part of it.
But also, we had a paintbrush that we did this with. This isn't working at all. Well, don't do it on an R2-D2.
We're not really going to do that to this case, are we?
I would like to have a better grasp on it working first.
Also, how about we have a working computer first?
Can we get a paintbrush?
It's been a long week.
Couple of them?
Oh my God, you're still doing this? Wait, why is the stormtrooper here? How am I just noticing this for the first time? Alex, are you trying to get us canceled?
What? Me and David went around the sets to try and find space-themed things for this because we don't really have a lot of Star Trek-like stuff.
So you ended up with the moon, R2-D2.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty clever.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
This is pretty cute. I will give you this one. And a stormtrooper.
There's also a Darth Vader Pez dispenser.
It's a flashlight.
Oh, it's a flashlight?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Pez dispenser.
That's a really big Pez dispenser. Although I can see why you didn't know it was a flashlight. It doesn't make any light.
Yeah.
Okay. Code 29. I will find out what that code means.
It's going between a couple here, actually. But it looks like the VGA light's on. So what I'm going to do... Goodbye. Where did you throw that 12-volt high? Oh, I see it. Cool.
What if you just unplug the GPU and test on board?
We can test on board, but at the same time, I just wanted to do this because this is what fixed it earlier today.
Oh, okay.
And it would be really cool if we saw it work, and then we can worry about cable managing, which is going to be so much worse if we have 4 8-pins.
Oh no.
I
got it. I've got it. In the meantime, John B says, I missed out on 3D TVs. They came and went while I was a broke college student. Is there any way to get into 3D content now besides buying old TVs or VR? I mean, VR, I would say, is the best way to do it. The quality of the displays is so good. There were only a handful. Really, actually, there's only one really, like, truly excellent 3D TV. LG's Signature G8?
That was 6.
I want to say, was it the 6?
I think it's the 6.
I think you're right. I think it's the G6. So they had a Signature TV that had that was 4K and did 3D with a polarizing filter on every other line. Super cool way to do it because it meant that there was no flicker, so no headache. And because it's 4K and the content is 1080p, you're actually not giving up any of the original content resolution anyway, because your resolution is still going to be 3840 by 1080. I think it was every other horizontal line. It was super cool when you had the glasses on. So it came with polarized glasses. When you had them on, you could go up really close to the TV and go like this, and you could see every other line disappears. So it was static. Oh, it was so good. With that said, I think there's going to be a bit of a 3D renaissance coming with the glassesless 3D displays that I've seen in some recent laptop demos. So,
Did you see that at all at CES in displays?
I just saw it in the laptops.
Yeah, I just saw it in laptops.
I only saw it in laptops so far. But if it succeeds in laptops, you can bet your butt it'll make its way to a desktop display at some point. I mean, look at the proliferation of touchscreen desktop displays. Back when Windows 8 was the new kid on the block, I remember talking about it. I was like, Microsoft, what are you doing? Where are the partnerships that you guys are building with companies to build touchscreen desktop? Where are the touchscreen desktop displays? This whole operating system is touch forward, and there's still, like, I think there was like 1 or maybe 2 desktop touchscreen displays. And the funny thing is, it's not that hard to do. You just add a USB tether and a touchscreen layer. Just
why does this not want to go in?
nobody had the dedication to make it a thing. The pins probably just don't quite line up here. I'll try this one.
Ugh.
Sometimes they're just a little bit finicky.
Yeah,
See,
there
that
we
one
go.
went in just fine. And then I bet that one goes into this one just fine too. Just the tolerances are kind of funky.
Hey.
No?
No.
Can I just look into the end of that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so what it is this bottom row just needs a bit of
Oh yeah.
pressure to kind of If you just give it the old, yeah. I mean,
Nice.
look, I grew up with the Molex 4-pin connector, so I'm,
Oh, those things are terrible.
yeah. There, see, it's in.
Yeah.
I got the technique, Alex. I got you, fam. Oh, did I not get you?
No.
Oh, you need
need
one
one
more.
more.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
get it.
It's gonna be a lovely rat's nest. Especially given that like we can't even really put it down here. There's no more space.
I mean, that's basically the theme of this build at this point. Borg's nest. They have nests, right? Is it a nest? I don't think so.
Well, the Borg cube is a nest, sort of.
Quentin says, I'm finally getting the big water bottle. I love the smaller ones, but as a big guy, I drink a lot of water. I've also been wanting to get the 90 by 200 centimeter towels. Anything you can share on that? Yes, more towels are coming. It's just slow. And congrats on the new water bottle. Yeah, it's been extremely, extremely popular. Robert says, love the content. I'm using merch message gift cards as a way to save for the backpack. My question is, how long can I realistically expect these to be kept from time of purchase? Legally, in Canada, they are good forever, is my understanding, I think. Oh,
Yeah.
Canada, it's the day number.
I believe so, right? Yeah, so
Yep.
we can't cancel your gift cards ever. So that means as they accumulate, because you're not the only one using gift cards through merch messages to save up for big ticket items, they sit as a liability on our balance sheet, which our accounting firm doesn't like, but I don't care, because it basically means we're holding your money interest free, which is not that good for you. If you're gonna save, you should save by keeping the money in your account. So that would be my money tech tip for you.
Could you give me another 8? Oh, here it is.
Yes. Like, to be clear, I'll take it. I'll hold it for you. But like, that, you should listen to what I say, not what benefits me as a business owner. Where's our last one?
That's what makes me so mad about all of these cars where you have to do $1,000 down to get on the list. Yet it's like, oh yeah, they're gonna make how much interest on that over the next 3 years before I get my stupid RAV4
Which is
Civic?
my money. Yeah, exactly. Do you have a deposit down on a Civic? Like the new Type R?
No, Andy does. I wanted to put a deposit down on the GR Corolla, and they were like, it's $1,000, and I was like, that's stupid. I could have made what, like a couple $100 on that.
But
by
you're
the time
otherwise
it
not going to
arrives.
get one.
Yeah, and I'm not.
Yeah. So maybe this is just me being incredibly ignorant. If I'm Toyota and I have these hot vehicles, especially something like the Corolla GR, it's not like they couldn't have known that it was going to be popular. Why didn't they just make more? Like, honestly.
That's a great question, Linus.
I'm not trying to, you know,
What is that?
what just... Is that the fan in this monitor? It has one. I know it has one. I've never heard it go like that before.
Ha-ha! We did it!
Yay!
Now we have
this. No. Are you kidding me?
Fantastic.
Can we try it again with the native 12-pin and just see if it, just reseating it helps?
It's not going to.
I want to try it again.
That's exactly what happened this morning, and
Oh, I thought you said you didn't know that it had a native one in this morning.
no, but I had a different power supply that had a thing like this, and it didn't work.
Seriously?
Yeah.
It needs the 4 cents pins?
Seems like it, yeah.
Well, how can it need those? What's the difference between this adapter and that then? That doesn't make any
That's
sense.
an absolutely fantastic question.
Okay, you know what? I just wanna can we humor me?
Yep.
I consider myself to be being humored right now.
And to be clear, this isn't like a Zotac problem. We had the exact same issue with Founders 4090s as well.
Bizarre. Don't you guys love these troubleshooting streams? I, for one, am riveted. Joshua says, love the durability and materials of the backpack, but I feel it's a little bulky. What's your opinion on a slimmer version for laptop/college carry without the compartment of holding? It's coming. It's a matter of time. We're still wear testing our latest sample. It's been really hard to get the shoulder strap spacing just right on a smaller bag without neck chafing and with all the things that we like about the current version of the bag. but we're very close. The other thing is we wanted the smaller version of the bag to be more comfortable for people with smaller frames. So we've done a lot of testing with the help of my wife and also Maria, one of our graphic designers, who are both much smaller framed people. We're trying to make sure that it works for the larger people, like the Nick Lights of the world, and also the smaller people, like the Yvonnes and Marias of the world. And it's really hard. We always go hard mode. We're actually working on like e-waste CPU fidget spinners, and the goal was to have them at LTX so people could buy them in person. And then today we came to kind of a decision point. Do we want to just have metal frames that we glue the CPUs into, knowing that glue will fail? Glue always fails. It's a matter of when, not if. Or do we want to engineer a solution where we can lock it in with some kind of like clamshell solution or something like that, even if that means it'll delay it after LTX? And I told the guys, I was like, do you have to ask? I guess it's going to be late then, but they're going to be awesome. We're exploring ceramic or hybrid ceramic bearings for them that'll have them spinning for like 2 minutes. I mean, not by hand. You'd have to like blast them with an air compressor or something like that to have them spin for that long. But they spin real good. I'm really happy. Really excited. I mean, we know we kind of missed the boat on the whole fidget spinner trend, but hey, since when have I ever been trendy? David? Trendy? This guy?
You create the trends, Linus.
Yeah, thanks, David. Lie to me.
That's why they pay me the big bucks.
I'm gonna bail on the black wash.
Yeah.
I tried it on a couple other things. It's not turning out like it did when Martina was here.
That's the thing about artists, okay? Look, here, hold on. Artists, I love you. You make the world more beautiful, but you also make the rest of us feel like idiots because I'll be like, oh, wow, that looks so nice. And you're like, oh, this old thing, I did that in like 8 minutes. And I'm sitting here going, what? And okay, can you show me how to do it? And artists be all like, okay, so here, just draw a line like this. And I'm like, whoa. Slow down. A line like what? Why does your line look like nice and like this? And mine's like, I did the exact same thing as you, and it looks like crap. Okay? So that, artists?
I think this might be the type of wash that we have problem. She had like very specific stuff that she brought on her own that she combined with water to make it look good.
Yeah,
and also like we're just as bad for this.
This is a broader problem with artists in general. They make everything look easy. They make the rest of us feel bad.
Well, but we just did that with computers. Like, think about if you were at home.
We did not make this look easy.
But if you were at home and you were building this case and you did not happen to have a Founders Edition 12-volt high power adapter and you just had the one, which should work, you checked it on the box, it should be fine, you don't have a functioning computer.
That's true. But I don't think we made that look easy.
Yeah, we will have a functioning computer that looks like it was terrible. But in fairness, like, have you watched any of Nerdforge's videos? They don't make it look easy either.
Yeah. Actually, I checked out the one where she painted the sides of her books recently. And you know what? She complained a lot about how hard it was. But then the result, her first time, is mind-bending. So maybe this isn't artists in general. Maybe it's just Martina that I have a personal problem with now. Because she's sitting here going, oh, this is so hard. I have never touched watercolor before, blah, 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 blah. And it's amazing.
She did the same thing with spray paint too, actually. If you watch that one, it's like, oh.
I'm not watching it. No. No, I refuse.
Never done this before. makes what, like an 18-foot high mural or something like that?
I have never touched this before in my life. Blah, 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 blah. No. I've had enough of your crap. Do you know they're not going to be able to make it to LTX?
I didn't.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Yeah, they were invited, obviously, but no, we haven't had an actual falling out or anything like that. They're just really busy. They've got a lot going on. They're growing so fast. Super, super excited for them. They deserve it, 100%, those guys. Haven't met many more genuine, I was going to say YouTubers, but, just people. They're just a super cool crew, those guys. Really like them. I didn't get to spend as much time with them as I would have liked, but what little time I did get with them was really awesome.
Hey, Linus.
Yes.
You have small hands. Can you do the screw that I'm currently holding from the back with some pliers?
Yeah, for sure. I don't have pliers.
You have to come at it from the front.
What are you talking?
So
oh my God.
I have it on top.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, no. You push forward and right a little bit. Okay, that's completely the opposite.
There you go.
Yeah, that's good. I got it.
Okay.
Yep, I can do this. It's a thumb screw. I've got this for real. I got 2 hands in there. Poor Alex can't even get one. Okay, it's done. Is there a rhyme or reason to which way you're putting these on? Oh, okay, no, it's just this one that's upside down. Okay, good job on the rest of them, though.
Thanks.
No problem. They definitely need a last one of these over here. That is quite...
yeah, that's not great.
Quite up. All right. Let's post it again?
Sure.
Hey, I'm starting to get kind of excited. This is coming together. I mean, this looks like absolute horse's ass, but...
we'll just zip tie it a couple times and it'll be fine.
Actually, most horses' asses have more organized, hair coming off of them than this is.
This will be, okay, that's our benchmark, as organized as a horse's ours.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you, NVIDIA, for the gift that is the 4-to-1 power adapter.
It looks so good.
It's like, I feel like they're going out of their way to make things ugly sometimes, Like when for the longest time they refused to have RGB on their Founders Edition cards because NVIDIA green. We don't care that it matches absolutely nothing else. Because screw you, NVIDIA green. All right. Hey, not bad. That looks awesome. And we haven't even put the top cover. Oh no, what is this?
That's for the fiber.
Oh, cool. Okay, awesome. We are legitimately close then, aren't we?
Yep.
Okay, exciting. Let's put the top on then?
Sure.
Okay, should we clean up a little bit or are we not gonna do that? Uh-oh.
That's probably fine.
I did kind of hard reset it at one point there.
Windows is pretty resilient these days. Thanks to the beautiful thing that is Windows Modern Standby, I've had it hard crash before while doing an update, and it's fine.
Let's see.
On my XPS 15, the battery died while it was BIOS updating because Windows Modern Update did it. That was a fun day.
Okay, cool. Yeah, cool. Thanks, David. We're in. We've hacked the mainframe. Okay, I like this. We've got an air intake going directly into our GPU. I'd throw a filter on here if this was my daily driver system. We've got our other intake, throwing some cool air right up there.
Sort of.
Sort of. It's a working on it. It's a doing something. We've got our 3 exhausts back. Stop!
Well, do we do it? Is it time?
Yeah, I think it's so. Well, we said we were going to clean up a little bit, and then we just completely didn't. So
We'll clean up.
we'll clean up. Sure. Yeah, let's make the people wait for the big moment where we put it together here.
Yeah.
My apologies to whoever has to deal with this mess, but my explanation is that it's at least partially your fault for not giving us bins to put things in. Oh, here are the bins. We tried, okay? Quality costume, by the way. Good job, rubies. So warm.
When do we do the sponsor integration? Should we do that right before we put the thing on?
No, we should do that right now. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
exactly.
I should have done that ages ago. This video is brought to you by Videocom. Looking to beam up your audience and capture their attention? With Videocom, your presentations can live long and prosper. This is hilarious. With a bunch of easy to use and intuitive features to spruce up your project, such as per slide webcam embedding, annotations, and team collaboration tools, you can turn those cons into cans. All your projects can also be saved to Videocom Cloud, allowing for easy access between users, ensuring your files won't get lost. So boldly go check out Videocom at the link below for free and use code Linus for 50% off any paid subscription. That has to be us who wrote those points. That can't be from Videocom. There's no way they could be that awful.
Was that Dennis?
It must have been. I don't know, but that was terrible. So go check out Videocom, I guess, if you want to support that sort of thing. I mean, I'm into it. I love it. Okay, this will go here. Got a couple more merch messages while Alex gets ready. Are you ready?
We're ready. Yeah, we're ready.
Okay. Ooh, these potential ones. There's like 20 in there. Oh, balls. Okay. Are there any plans to do headphone, amp, DAC content, maybe a beginner's guide? I think that's something that you could expect to see more like on the lab's website. And if the lab's website article is really good and we get it really well refined, then we could absolutely do it as a video follow-up. But I think that's the kind of thing that you're not going to see until we've got more of our test processes nailed down in the audio space. Jared B says, I work as a butcher, so the beanie is great while working in a Gia fridge. Oh, in a fridge. So I had to pick up another. What's a change to the standard ATX motherboard you would personally like to see? I mean, some of the changes that I'd be really into are ones that we've seen in the past. Like EVGA, I think, was the first to do right angle connectors, so you don't have to have them coming off the board like this. Was it Gigabyte that was the first to do the connectors on the back for that clean look, so everything just runs up the back of the motherboard
Yeah,
tray?
but I don't know about that.
They did a very bad job. But Asus has one now as well, though there's no cases that are compatible. You don't like the whole thing in the back thing?
I like it if it like goes in your case,
Yeah.
but it doesn't.
Well, yeah.
So no.
I mean, you're a Dremel enthusiast, aren't you? It should be fine.
Yeah, but I don't love dremeling my computer case when I build a new computer.
You know what? Oh, well, they asked for a change to the standard. I was going to say more UV slots, but no, that's not really the standard. I'd like to see the ATX 12 volt only standard catch on. It already exists, but why even 12 volt? Why don't we move to 24 volt?
48 volt.
Yeah, more
48
volts.
volt would be so much better.
More volts. Why do we have these heavy, bulky, thick cables? Look at this. This is freaking ridiculous.
And like the number of amps that you have to put through these because it's stupid 12 volts is just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like you have what? It's 450, 600 watts on a 4090. What's that divided by 12?
I don't know. That's like 30 plus amps. Like 30,
yeah, so 450
32,
divided by
36.
12. That's 37 amps.
Yeah.
If it was 48, what would that be?
Like 6?
Like 9 amps.
Okay, I was
That's
close.
so much better.
Yeah. So you could have much thinner gauge wires. I would like to see higher voltage become standard in the PC. Houston says, help me calm my wife. She wants LTT store towels. I told her they'll be back eventually. She was unamused when I told her, trust me, bro. When can we expect a restock? Months? Years? Months, I think. You could send a ticket to customer service. I believe the order is actually in and shipped. It's just a matter of when they arrive. If you're signed up for a notification, you should get one. Mark says, in a pre-built desktop, my 12700 was only getting 8,000 in Cinebench R23. MSI had set the power draw for stock cooler instead of power cooler. What's the biggest pre-built fail you've seen? Oh man, I mean, Setting wrong power profile for the CPU is pretty much par for the pre-built course. I'd say the biggest fails we saw were really on the customer support side and ordering side. Like there was that time when, whatchamaboober, which one was it, CyberPower, wouldn't even sell us a computer because we asked for advice. And they were like, no, we don't do that. Go on our website. And we were like, no, I have money. I have money. I want to give it to you right now. And they were like, nah, dog. Go on our website. And we were like, nah, and didn't order anything. Got him. That's a pretty big fail. Okay, we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, what's what?
I'm not 100% sure this will go on with the GPU in there, but we'll see.
Okay. Where's the window?
Window's over here. This side. Yeah, like that.
This way. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, here we go. Dun, 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 dun.
Natural got me.
Da-da, da-da. Oh, shoot. Okay, I didn't anticipate that. So Alex's concern is not just the side panel, but also those fiber optics.
Yeah, the fiber optics are the thing I'm concerned about.
Okay, I didn't realize what your problem was. I was like, don't freak out, Alex. But then you were right to freak out a little bit.
Seems like it's fine.
Oh, that's very tight, but
It's not quite.
I mean,
Something's something in.
it's pretty darn close. It's on this side. Like this is right up against the bottom. Did we make it?
Yeah, I think that our cable managing might have bent the acrylic on the bottom a bit.
Oh, like it bowed out on the bottom.
Yeah.
Well, when we put the screws back in, it should snug it up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now, I have no clue what to do with this cable. Like, why did they have this right at the front? It could have been like back here, and then we could just run around along the back.
Yeah, here, so David can see what you're talking about. It just hangs out there.
This is just here.
It's like, is this Star Trek or that 70s show? Because it's hanging out.
I wonder
Down
if this
the
is
street.
correct. Should I hit it? Should I hit it? I'm gonna do it.
Hit it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that is so
they're
cool.
RGB. Heck yeah.
They're everywhere. Oh, we're gonna need to turn down the lights here. Okay, now hold on a second. Is this meant to just be a window like this?
No, we have a thing. Where did the thing go?
Oh.
Where's the case?
Okay, hold on. We could do a little better than that, can't we?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Okay, cool.
To set it up to olive green as well.
This is so cool. Why didn't we get the black one, Alex? Really, a white one?
I don't know. This is the one that we got.
Okay.
Here's the window.
Oh, sick! Okay, hold on. We got to get the film off first, then.
Yeah, we should also probably put the screws in.
Yeah, but we should do the film before the screws.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. This looks awesome.
It's white.
I'm gonna do a merch message. Hold on, where is it? Okay. Brendan B says, ever attack your wife with a tape measure? How did that go? Mine didn't quite appreciate it, but I needed to make sure I got the right size for the his and hers underwear. Yeah,
Top might be broken.
my wife's pretty chill. No, I need that. I know I need that back.
Okay,
It's fine.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Are we supposed to show that? I don't know.
Just there.
Yay, we did
Fine.
it.
My wife's pretty chill. I mean, she even like posed in her underwear for our store. Like she's very easygoing for the most part, mostly. But most people, I wouldn't recommend trying to measure your SO. It's one of those things where there's so many ways to lose and very few ways to win. I'm glad you managed to pull it off, though. Good for you. That's awesome. Anywho, Aaron says, Linus and Alex, my Gigabyte 4080 Aero doesn't allow HDMI to the output 1 in multi-monitor. This precludes my bi-screen. Oh, okay. I think I talked about this on the last WAN show. We did cover this already. Thanks, Aaron, though.
What's the answer, though? I'm curious.
The answer is that HDMI is not the first one because it almost never would be in a PC and multi-monitor environment. So It is the first if it's the only thing plugged in, but it's going to be number 2 if you also have DisplayPort plugged in. As for why they can't do better for that, I don't really know what to tell you. I don't really know why the BIOS screen isn't just mirrored. There's no reason that I can think of for it not to be. Chandler S says, I have a server that I want to use for Minecraft, NAS, and VMs, but TrueNAS does not see my drives for the install. Got any tips? I have seen drives that just have, whether it's the way they're formatted or the file system on them, but I've seen drives that are so whatever they are, that they are just not detected by other installers, and I've had to go through and use wiping software in order to completely remove everything that's on them before. I've never had anyone, be it Jake or anyone else, be able to explain why that is to me, because theoretically it shouldn't matter. You should be able to format it as part of the setup process, but I have seen it happen. So what I would probably do in your case is I would load that drive into a Linux-based system, and then I would run some kind of drive wiping utility. I've got it.
There's another small screw.
And then try again. That's the best advice that I can give you. The server was Amazon refurbished. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. So however it was formatted could have been problematic. Oh, Gary L says, Linus, you're out of uniform. Where are your pips? I'm terribly sorry. There we go. Okay, I'm working on it. Ow! Dang it, this is very stretchy plastic. Okay. Oh, this is going to be very tedious. Do I really have to do this?
Yes.
Okay. I have 5 gold pips.
Do 4. 4's captain.
4 is captain?
5
Okay.
is admiral. I think. I'm sorry, everyone.
And they go here, right?
Yep.
Something like that. Oh, goodness, I can't even see what I'm doing. I mean, it doesn't really matter how aligned they are. Oh my, this fabric though is, see, I told you I'm so warm. It's because this fabric is so like non-breathable. I can barely even stab a thing through it. Look at this. Jeez. It's really thick. Okay, there's one. Okay, we're working on it here. In the meantime, Michael B says, what do you think the embedding of ChatGPT into the Microsoft suite will do to the office jobs of the world? Do you guys have any videos planned for anything along those lines? We'll almost certainly cover it at some point in the future. But as for what it'll do, I mean, I think it will add and then remove a lot of unnecessary bloat from email communications. So that's, oh, what is this black one?
It's for it's for roles.
Oh, okay, well here, you're right then, David. I have 4 gold pips. So I'll put on the 4 gold pips and we'll leave the black pip alone.
I think Lieutenant's 2 gold, 1 black.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stress about it too much. For crying out loud, where's the? This is really hard. I feel like this is the kind of thing that you should do before you put the uniform on. This is painful. Must be just as hard to watch. Oh man, I cannot get this lined up right. Okay, there. We're gonna call that good. Can we get Torx bits in stock anytime soon? Yes, we know. We grossly underestimated how much demand there was going to be for add-on bits. I believe that it should be coming in the next couple of months, I want to say. Or wait, the next few weeks? It's on the way, basically. Boop. Where'd it go?
Inside your shirt.
Oh, come on. Okay, I take it back. I don't recommend this costume anymore. I also don't recommend my pool contractor, incidentally. Yvonne was messaging me about that earlier. They're the worst. I try not to just, do you even know who I am? Like, try not to kind of, say, look, I'm going to dunk on you publicly if you do this. But like, so I haven't. It's just going to be a happy surprise for them. So once they're done, I'm going to town. I mean, they could just clean up their act too. That's an option.
How many years has it been?
But they won't. Oh man, we're well over a year. We're like 18 months into this project and we're not there yet. And they're still just like, yeah, we misquoted that, so that won't be our responsibility. Here's a bill. It's like actually illegal. Anywho.
I might do this peel, because I think it's going to take a while, because these acrylic peels are really hard.
Hey, no problem, Anna V. Sounds good. Okay. Man, these keep coming in. Anonymous asks, when will the 150... Okay, if you have a question about when something will be back in stock, our customer service team is actually not like wildly understaffed anymore. And we haven't had any like just enormous launches lately. So you can actually just send a message to customer service and they will get back to you in a timely manner. And they can let you know if something's going to be in stock or whatever else. They'll tell you whatever we do know. Oh man, this is the worst.
That looks so painful.
Yeah, speaking of the worst, getting these peels off of tiny laser cut acrylic things.
I don't know, Alex. I feel like I'm going through the worst right now too. You try to poke this thing through this thing. Look at this.
I'd rather not.
I'm gonna hurt myself here. Okay, there. Are you happy now?
Captain,
How aligned are they?
good enough.
Yep, that's great.
I can't believe I only just became aware of the meme. Oh, I can't believe how cool this looks. Okay, while you're working on that, I'm gonna dim the lights so that they can appreciate these fiber optic doodads. That is such a cool mod that I just can't believe. Like, I had one of those little fiber optic tree things when I was a kid. I can't believe it never occurred to me to put something like that in a PC. It looks so cool. Ah! Okay, we can dim it more.
Yeah, keep that one on. Turn these two off.
Okay, I'm on it. You just want it off, hey, David?
Yeah, there's a switch on the bottom of it, yeah. Can you see it in the monitor? I can't.
Not quite.
Not enough.
Okay.
Let's dim this boy a little bit. Holy crap, that looks so cool!
There we go.
No way!
Heck yeah.
Oh, this was painful, but totally worth the pain. Oh, it's all on the top too. Look at this. Okay. No, don't adjust it, David. No, it's good, it's good. Yeah, go dark. Dark is good. Oh, that's sick. Yeah. Oh man. Board Cube PC. I freaking love it. I think the black one would be better, Alex.
Yeah, I do too.
I think if I was gonna do this, I would go black.
100%. This right here with a good weathering could look really, really great. As just white, not as much.
Yeah, unfortunately, Martina's plane ticket out here to weather a case for us would be quite expensive.
Yes.
We should just order the special edition, Picard edition one.
Do you need help?
No, this is just how it goes. It's always terrible.
You seem to be struggling.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's absolutely terrible to get
I think
this
it
off
can
of
be done a
acrylic.
little bit better than what you're doing. If you just have a bit of patience.
Think in silence.
It's a process. There, and I helped. I can never keep track of who is on or off probation. I was about to greet someone that's on probation still.
Yeah. Not on probation.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Oh, that's right, because you were remote to start, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Hi, welcome. Hi.
Yeah, that's Leo. He works on our social team.
He's taking photos of the case right now.
This is why I'm always, freaking out about whether people are on probation or not and whether I should acknowledge them on camera. It really is a useful policy. Like the amount of questions we'd have to field about, oh, what happened to so-and-so for people who just, don't make it past the 90 days is just not worth it.
See, it's not the best.
No, it's not. It's not their fault.
Yeah, no, this is terrible and everything.
Sorry.
I don't remember the numbers, but Colin, when he was doing laser cut projects for customers, would quote way higher if he had to peel this off.
It also increases the risk that it'll be damaged en route to the customer.
Yeah. But mostly he just hates it.
No, I think he just would like 3x his quote or something like that. Like it was obscene.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's very dirty.
I'll get a microfiber cloth.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Uh-oh. Maybe a Star Trek nerd can help us with which way this is supposed to be orientamulated?
That seems
Oh yeah, that seems pretty cool. Oh!
Cut goes on the left.
Okay, I got it. Oh. I think we managed to kind of warp the whole case, and this is meant to sit flush, so now I don't know if it comes out anymore.
Huh.
Yeah, a lot of those fingerprints are on the inside, I think. I mean, that seems good enough.
Well, we can get it. Watch
Really?
this. With the power of suction.
Oh. Nope.
With power of suction.
Okay, cool. All right, I'll hold it. Leo, do you mind grabbing that, please? Thanks.
Thanks, Leo.
Yeah, it's not cutting into my hands at all.
Oh, that's good. I was afraid that it was.
Do you mind grabbing some of the one? Yeah, in the corner there is pretty ugly.
Okay, I think the rest is all on the outside.
Okay,
Oh,
awesome.
except-
Ooh. I mean, yeah, ish. Well, sure. Good enough. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. A structural window.
Oh, there's a hair on it.
That's okay. That is one quiet computer at idle anyway. I am liking this a lot.
I do feel like there's supposed to be like rubber spacers here or something. I don't know. Well, that's gonna do literally nothing. Cool.
Is that an extra screw for you?
I guess no screws. Cool.
All right, you have a whole thing of Star Trek GIFs here?
I'm not the one that did that, but yes.
Okay. Did they ship the system like this, or?
No, this is our drive. Probationary employee did it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Nice work, probationary employee.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good job.
I want us to move to the Y.
Oh, sorry. I'm in the way apparently. Yeah, got a board cube doing something cool. Classic. I guess we should probably fire up a game or something, maybe?
The GIFs were on there for the AIO screen, but because you installed the Noctua, you don't need them.
Oh.
They were for the AIO, the all-in-one cooler. There's a screen on it. Oh, right. I was going to look inside here to see the screen. Yeah, we used the Noctua cooler. Yeah, that's fine.
Can you turn the brightness down on the screen a tiny bit?
I sure can. Do we want to go synthetic for our testing here, or do we want to fire up a game?
Star Trek Online?
We can do a quick synthetic, and then, yeah, screw it. Let's try Star Trek Online.
No, I don't.
I think that was a meme. Yeah.
I know, but also we did install it.
Oh, hey!
Seriously? Okay. Okay.
You should play No Man's Sky. The Star Trek Online is not patched. It won't work.
Oh, apparently Star Trek Online won't work. Look, that's not Star Trek Online.
How many watts is this power supply?
1,000, I think.
1,000?
Should be fine.
We have Mass Effect.
Okay.
Holy
So I'm
crap.
seeing 972 on there. It was over 1,000 briefly.
What?
Yeah.
Well, wait, what's our CPU configured to, Alex? Is this already overclocked or something? Wait, no, I cleared CMOS. But our CPU's at 100 degrees.
Oh, but it's a 13900K. It's always at 100 degrees.
Right.
How many watts is it drawing?
I'm checking.
250?
270.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess fair enough.
Wait, but then how many watts is the
A lot.
GPU drawing?
Let me find out for you. 450.
That doesn't math.
I mean, there's other stuff.
Yeah.
How much
How,
this
how many
fiber
wa-
optic
yeah,
light, how many
watts?
lights are there in there? Yeah, it's at 940. Don't forget that that's from the wall.
Oh, yeah, so there's like the switching
So it
inefficiencies.
was like 10%, so it's more like 850 watts, and now that's starting to look a lot closer. 270 plus 450
Yeah.
is already like 700 and something. So that's only another like 100 watts of all the fans and drives and RAM and lights and everything else that's in here.
Yeah, and we're probably fairly past like the peak efficiency of this power supply at this point.
What is going so hard right now? Ah, it's the case fans. I
are-
would probably adjust that curve if this was my system. Like, yeah,
Oh,
I know.
she's warm though.
Well, that CPU's kicking out
Yeah.
200. Oh, wow, that
Yeah.
exhaust air, though.
Yeah, because like these ones are cool. This one's really hot. I'm very suspicious that the CPU and GPU heat is all coming out of this one.
So it could be that we have some kind of like,
It also might be the case where if we turn down some case fans, we might get better performance. Because that does sometimes happen.
yeah, like if we have just vortexes that are just heating up and recirculating.
Or if the fresh air is just like,
You know what part of the problem for our CPU probably is, though? Is we're taking this fresh air from the bottom, blowing it straight through this GPU because it's a blow-through style cooler.
Yeah.
And that's what the CPU is sucking in.
But at the same time, it's still doing what, 270 watts? That's pretty freaking good.
Yeah. All right. Man, 1,000-watt power supplies are not even outlandish anymore. Mind-blowing.
That was a legitimate problem with this because you can't have like a 1300 watt prime because they're too long.
Right.
Which is another thing that would be really nice in this case to be changed. Accommodation for larger power supplies, which are pretty common these days.
But I don't want them to get rid of this 120 millimeter
yeah,
fan.
you really need that fan.
So
Make it bigger.
No, it's pretty big.
It's pretty big.
I don't think it needs to be bigger. You know what? I'm okay with it because you can
Yeah.
get more compact 1,000-watt power supplies. Silverstone has a really compact 1,000-watt.
Actually, well, that was the other problem because you can't put an SFXL power supply in because we could have like a 1,200 watt SFXL.
No, there's compact ATX. Silverstone has some really cool compact ATX stuff. They always have like the weirdest stuff. What a
True,
weird
yeah.
company.
Then I'll put the power supply behind the windows and just bring up the motherboard.
Although actually, wait, they probably already solved this problem because in their other cases, the power supply is up top. They've like inverted it on this one.
Yeah.
So if you want a bigger power supply, just get either,
Look at this 1,300
thing.
watt.
that is ridiculous.
That is a 120 millimeter fan. So, yeah, should be fine.
We should just get a couple of those.
Yeah, Silverstone's cool. They'll send stuff if we need it for builds too.
Nice.
All right. Can confirm she works. GPU's at 71 degrees. 290 Fermark frames per second. Let's go. Test, stop. Definitely need to tweak that case fan curve.
Yep.
Much quieter now. Okay, what game did you want to fire up?
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky. Okay.
Or Star Trek Online, if it will work, but Chase says it won't, and I really trust him.
Show graph. And then GPU
Ooh,
package power.
Yeah, those really need to be tweaked. They're going to be really loud all the time, I think.
I love that the GPU power graph tops out at 300 watts by default. That's very optimistic. HW info.
Yeah, not running a 1080 anymore.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. What just happened? Where's Steam? Why does it do that? Oh, of course, it's gone. Because why would it Just why would it launch when you want it to launch? Just Steam doing Steam things. Wow, it's just completely gone.
Cool.
Seriously? Okay. I've seen this work before, where you try to launch a game directly and, yep, there it is. Good software, Valve. Love it.
I dare you to make a better game launcher.
That's fair.
Many have tried.
That's fair. Just all they have to do is stop screwing things up once they're good, though. Big picture is terrible now. I'm more used to it, so at least I can find things. But I was trying to shop by like multiplayer co-op or like multiplayer, local multiplayer, and doing it in the big picture interface was just utterly impossible. It was just the stupidest thing I'd ever experienced in Steam. No, just kidding, actually. There's been lots of stupid stuff, but it was really dumb. I have never played No Man's Sky.
Same.
Okay. Well, good luck to us. Why No Man's Sky on the board PC?
Because space.
I see. Some merge messages. Tyrus says, have you considered making it so you can write a merge message even when you aren't live? We've considered it. We are not going to do that. We would have way too many. Thank you for the suggestion, though, but it's already completely unmanageable, as you can see. I'm way behind right now. Jake says, what is one current trend in tech that you think is going to go out of practice sooner than people think? Man, I mean, it's already kind of going away, but I think increasing resolution on things is basically dead at this point. I don't think we need 8K desktop displays, and I think that the market has kind of cooled on just amping up pixel counts. A trend that I think is, I'd like to say I think AIO water coolers are going to go away, but I don't think they will. They just have form factor advantages over giant air coolers that I think for a lot of people outweigh the cost and the performance downsides and reliability downsides. I'd like to say that the ballooning power consumption that we're seeing these days is going to go out of fashion sooner than you think, but I don't think that's true. In the data center, the leaked roadmaps for some of AMD and Intel's upcoming like server products, if anything, they're figuring out how to pump more power through these things, and it tends to be that the server market is the leading edge of what will eventually make its way to the consumer. So I don't know. Joshua C. says, how about another roast? Only LTT employees roast Linus and previous roast jokes not allowed. I feel like that's just, you know,
we did it.
A greatest hits album. Yeah, you know, like we did it. It was great. It was a blast, and now it's done. And we'd be looking for a new idea, you know?
Okay, do you want creative or relaxed? I don't think we need normal.
Yeah, normal.
Normal?
I don't know.
I want a creative.
Sure, creative. Dominic says, hey from America. As a newbie in the PC world, I was wondering what a good budget GPU for gaming at 1440p 144 hertz would be.
1080 Ti.
Yeah, do you want 1440p 144 hertz?
You can do it in like most games. You can't do it on like a modern AAA.
Yeah, okay.
But in almost everything else, like even a 1080, you can get those on eBay for like a decent amount. But I'd go for the 1080 Ti because 12 gigabytes of VRAM is very good. 5700 is also a pretty good place to be if you're on the Team Red side. Yeah.
But if you want to play the latest games at that kind of resolution, particularly at that kind of refresh rate, budget might not be the price tier that you're looking at. Anonymous asks, have you ever used a Lunchbox PC or reviewed one? I'm not sure if I know exactly what you mean by Lunchbox PC. We can have a look here, though.
I feel like No Man's Sky's crashed.
No, you're good. This is fine.
Is this game still a game?
President's Choice Bento Lunchbox. Rugged Portable Lunchbox. Oh, this kind of thing. Oh, I see.
I see No Man's Sky fixes have worked really well.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Cool.
F.
Halo Infinite, then.
Yay!
Let's go. That's kind of
That's
space. There's one that has like 6 displays that we were trying to get our hands on. So that just hit headlines recently. We'd love to do that. Adalid asks, anyone with experience with the windbreaker jacket while riding a motorcycle? I wouldn't recommend that unless you also have your armor on underneath it. Please, just as much as I'd love to sell you a windbreaker jacket, I would really rather you wear proper armored gear when you're on your bike. Samuel says, Father's Day screwdriver. What are you buying / receiving for Father's Day gifts? When is Father's Day? Father's Day. 2023, hold on. Oh, you're freaking me out. It's not till mid-June. Holy crap. Okay, I have not given that a moment's thought. Although, I don't think my dad has our screwdriver yet. I'll just give him that.
Yay!
Hey, 5-finger discount. What? We have lots of prototypes.
We have to sign to Microsoft.
He doesn't need a non-prototype. Do you mind flipping that light back on for a sec? Please, Chassé? No, let's leave that one off. I want to see it a little bit. Yeah,
Okay,
thanks.
So go to the Y for a second.
Do you have the Microsoft login crap for LTT?
I can just log into mine.
Sure.
Watch out if the screen is on the...
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just stand here. Okay. Now no one can see.
No, I got it.
Yay.
Okay, am I good to type?
Hello, stream. I'm blocking the password right now. Chase wants me to go down. Okay, they just turned on the light. Wow, that was terrible. Why did you do that while I was looking directly at it?
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, David, that was very unfortunate. I'm just going to continue talking so we don't have dead air while Linus logs in. How's that going, Linus?
Pretty good.
Cool.
No, he's logging in.
Now that I think about it, are there like any space games that are not really good at crashing all the time? There must be.
Mass Effect.
Because Halo Infinite, like me and my friends always just play it till it crashes, which is normally like 2 to 3 games.
Okay, I'm
sometimes
good.
4 or 5.
I'm logged in.
Star Citizen's rock solid though.
Yeah, Jeremy S. Sick build. What was your best, worst day creating LTT? They're both the first day, when we didn't think we were going to get the channel from NCIX, and then we did. So it was the worst, and then it was the best. It was something. Oh, man. Okay, we've got a few more of these to go through. What laptop would you recommend for gaming, Alex? Not high-end, but for like Ark, World of Warships, Minecraft. Oh, I mean, Ark.
I have no clue. So I really want to figure this out very, very soon. I have like 8 budget tier laptops coming in, and I want to figure out what's the best under about $1,500, but they are just coming in right now, so I'm not totally sure. Although that said, the best budget laptop is the one that you get that's on sale. So I would just find like a G14 for $1,200 or something like that. You can probably do it.
Yeah, it's never a bad idea to go a couple of gens old as well, as long as you can get if it doesn't have a replaced battery, as long as you can get a replacement battery for it.
Or like a refurbed, again, G14, I've seen them pretty on sale at like Best Buy and stuff. That sort of a thing. Just get a tier above, super on sale.
Chame says, hey Linus and Dan. Dan's not here, but Chase is. Hey, Chase.
What's up, Chase?
You mentioned that several gun channels expressed interest in moving to Floatplane after YouTube changed its rules. Are those talks still ongoing for any of them? Thanks. I actually don't know. Luke would have been dealing with that, and they're more than welcome, but they would have to set it up and do that. Like we're not preventing anyone from doing anything like that. And even then, Floatplane's not something that they would move over to. It's something that would act as supplemental income, more like a Patreon, less like an actual YouTube replacement. That's the way that we use it. David asks, hey Linus and Alex, what's your current stance on Anchor? I know you started to resent them a little bit. No, it's not a matter of resenting them. It's a matter of they lied to their customers and then lied about lying. And you're saying, I still believe they create good products. I mean, they do create good products, but they also create products that mislead, and then they deny it, and then they don't apologize for it. So that's why we can't work with them. I mean, I've already said that I'm not going to stop using the Anchor products in my house. They're fine, as far as I can tell. It's not resentment though. That's really bad. You actually cannot do that. You can't just lie like that.
Oh, we really need to tune those case fans.
Jordan J. Who do you think destroyed more hopes and dreams? Darth Vader ordering the destruction of Alderaan, or Lucasfilm's president Kathleen Kennedy when she took over the Star Wars franchise? Trick question, neither. It was Grand Moff Tarkin who ordered the destruction of Alderaan.
Oh.
Got him! Leo says, Linus and Alex rummaging through all the cable mess gave me an idea. How about building an alien PC where the cables and water tubing are the entrails? Any thoughts? That sounds like a great idea for someone with more time than us.
Luke's had that idea forever where we do the hardline, like, PC cables, like, have all of the cables just be copper.
Every wire.
That's
like,
bent.
Yeah.
I really want to do it, but also I don't want to be the one that does it.
Nuck 15 laptop. I don't think we have any plans to review that for the time being, Anonymous. How's this going? Oh, wait, are we still waiting for this? No, you can skip.
Aha.
Hey, there we go. All right. Let's see your Halo Infinite skills. Wait, this isn't Halo Infinite.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Story.
Yeah.
Oh, what? You're doing campaign? Oh,
Oh,
no,
wait.
the campaign takes forever to get started.
Oh, did we just go to multiplayer?
Yeah, just jump right into multiplayer.
All right.
Yep.
There's some more questions. Slide a little bit to your left, Linus.
Slide a oh, yeah. Hey, what's up? Hey, how's that? That's pretty good. Hey. Jace says, I bought this water bottle to protest against the Star Trek air cooling. Okay. Also, which Ryzen chip has the best overall performance? I forgot if it's Ryzen 9 or 7. Okay, so it's complicated. If you're going for gaming, right now the overall fastest is the Ryzen 7 7800 X3D. Super fast. If you're talking about more general performance and productivity applications, then going with the Ryzen 9, I mean, it's got 8 more cores, right? Like, it's obviously going to crush it. So we're in an era where it's more about finding the right chip for the job and less about just the best possible chip. Adam says, what's the best option for a Corning cable build? I was having issues with my Razer Thunderbolt 4 hub. Should I switch from an AMD motherboard to Intel? I saw you use the same hub as me with 0 issues even when chained. Oh, it really varies from motherboard to motherboard, and not just Intel and AMD. It just varies from board to board. And it kind of seems to be luck of the draw to a certain degree. On Mac, I've found Thunderbolt to be less flaky, but on PC, it can be pretty flaky and pretty frustrating. I know that CalDigit, I think, was tweeting at me recently that they've seen issues with Thunderbolt optical cables and their docks sometimes, but they've also had people report that they work great, including me. I'm using a CalDigit Thunderbolt 4 hub right now with no issues. So that's on a, what board am I on? I don't know, from my last personal rig update though. Anthony says, excited to have my ADD tamed. Oh, okay. Think it would be possible to actually stream from a truck on a full PC setup? Yes, that would be possible. News crews have been doing that for a long time, and you can kind of DIY a solution like that relatively easily these days. Vincent, just got my backpack last month and love it. I have a 3060 Ti and a 5800X. Was wondering if I should just upgrade my GPU later on or sell the whole thing and build a new PC since AM5 and DDR5 is a thing. 5800X is fast. That's still a great CPU. I would just throw another GPU in there if it's not keeping up for you. All right, we're down to just 7 of these. Let's go. Brendan W., I want to run a network out to my garage. It's about 100 meters from the house. Is the best option Cat6, fiber, or a wireless option like a Ubiquiti building-to-building bridge? Wow, that's a really good question.
How far was it?
100 meters.
Ooh, 100 meters is pretty far.
That is very borderline for Cat5e, Cat6a. What you could probably do is, because Cat5e is rated for gigabit at 100 meters, and Cat6a is rated for, ooh, no. Does Cat6a do 10 gig at 100 meters, or is it only up to like 40 meters or something like that? I don't remember off the top of my head, but if you used Cat6a and ran 100 meters, you could probably get gigabit, even if you don't get 2.5 or 5 or 10 gig. The most bulletproof option, though, is I would get a direct burial fiber and then do the media conversion on either side into just like an SFP compatible switch. That would be more expensive than just running a long Cat6a cable. Even if you do go Cat6a though, I would strongly recommend to get a direct burial cable and just bury it. That's the easiest way.
Google is saying that Cat6a supports data rates of 10 gigs up to 100 meters and a bandwidth of up to 500 millihertz.
Okay.
So
yeah, so if Cat6a will do 10 gig at 100 meters, then it'll almost certainly do 2.5 gig, a little bit past that. Matthias P says, I'm a mechanical engineer. How do you think someone in my profession will utilize AI in the future? Man, everything from just ideas for what to build to novel, giving you novel ideas for how to approach a build. I don't think that we're going to see AI do engineering necessarily that soon. I mean, with that said, you see some of those iterative ones where they just it just does something over and over and over again until it's really good. It could be like development, where the human's role is more in validating, AI's ideas and feeding ideas into the AI. But I think right now we're just in a wait and see kind of space. How are you doing over there, Alex? Hey, he's playing.
I have 1 kill.
What kind of? Oh, you're locked.
There, Linus?
You're locked at 60 FPS.
Yes, that's not great. I don't know why.
VSync?
Yeah, you gotta have VSync on.
Yeah, it looks pretty gross.
VSync is almost certainly on, looking at how laggy your inputs are. Oh, really? You don't
balls.
fire at the feet?
Well, I tried.
Alex, are you new? Oh, I'm being a toxic gamer. Sorry.
You
sorry.
don't have to
Good
start
job.
trash talking, so we'll start trash talking you.
Good job, Alex. Hey!
I
Oh,
tried.
wait, no, you died. Oh, I thought you got it.
Okay.
Wow, you're hanging from the ceiling? Okay, that was rough. It's probably your settings.
Maximum
oh, it's
frame
almost
rate.
certainly your settings. There
Unlocked.
we go.
Yay, we did it.
I turn off the minimum frame rate too. That sucks. Why is that a
Video.
default?
Minimum.
The minimum is
Off.
whatever it is. You don't decide what the minimum FPS is, stupid game. There we go.
Yeah, oh my god, that's so much better.
That's more like it. For Alex, from a Clark with an E, do people often add E to your name?
Oh my god. I have to do my taxes, and it's so difficult because they accidentally did that when I got my SIN, and it's absolutely terrible.
Tamaz, no, we're not planning to check out other access control systems. We're pretty happy with our Ubiquiti stuff, and that's a rabbit hole that we're just not that interested in. Anonymous says, I used to work in the gaming industry as a QA, but recently got laid off. What suggestions would you give for someone who wants to change positions from QA to dev? Oof. I wish I had the experience to give you advice on that, but unfortunately I just don't. Jacob J asks, to the person who asked about their server not showing drives, Dell perks don't pass the drive through to the OS like an HBA. You have to put the drives each in their own RAID 0 array. Did the game crash already?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well the point is, what did we max out at?
It was at about 230 FPS at 4K, the highest settings.
And our GPU peaked at 66 degrees with our CPU peaking at 60 degrees. I guess our cooling concerns were not real concerns.
It was drawing 400 watts too on the GPU while we were gaming.
Not bad.
Not
Okay,
bad
I've
at
got
all.
one for you, Alex. I have a 1080 and was wanting to upgrade. I was thinking about going ARC. Would it be worth it? If not, what would be a good budget upgrade?
I would never do that.
It's gotten a lot better.
It's gotten a lot better,
gotten
but
a lot
no,
better.
don't do that.
It's gotten a lot better.
I would wait and see what like the 4060 and more so probably what like AMD's lower end cards do pretty soon. I think they'll be releasing them, and then probably all of the secondhand cards will plummet in value, and that's when I buy. I'd still probably just get like a 3070 maybe, 3080.
That's very expensive. That's
Yeah.
way more than an ARC.
Well,
ARC
no,
is
not
cheap now. They
yeah,
drop the
but,
price, they increase the performance.
but you can get what a 3070 for what like $300, $350 on eBay, compared to $250 for an ARC card. That's like so much better.
And you can get the end of this stream. Thanks for tuning in.